There we go. We should be live. Hello, everybody. How are we?
Hello.
Criminals. Hello.
You
It's
criminal scum.
us.
That's
Bit early to
thanks
drop
for
that
coming,
word.
everyone. You scum.
Yes.
Uh,
I wonder if people would, if you guys like that name for yourselves.
Scum.
what are we doing today, boys? What are we up to?
Oh,
Successor chapters.
Well,
That's a lot.
I was going to say, bear with me, just so you all know, for context. About a year ago, I made a little logo because all my channel videos, I have logos I make, and I use art I found, and I make borders, and I did one for every single Successor chapter. To give you an idea, that's the ones I've made. So there's about 200 or so. There are some chapters which are not here, but the only reason is because they don't have any artwork for like their logo, so they don't count. They're just like an offhand comment in a video, in a book somewhere. So they're not real. They're just they're lies. But yeah, and to help us along, because again, although I like to think I have a good knowledge of Successor chapters, I don't know them all off the back of my hand. So these are all alphabetical. There's no preference given to that. It's just a case of we're going to go through them one by one. And if we are stumped, we might Google what they're about. So
we have to hold our hand. Everyone getting the Google ready to go
get
on
your
this
Google
one.
ready on your phone, etc. So are we ready, boys?
We are ready.
Yes.
Okay, so first chapter
Guide us.
is the Absolvers.
Now you have to tell. Maybe we should have a description of like, what
Okay.
the Absolvers do.
Who are they from? Let's
Right, so
start there.
The Absolvers are a codex-compliant loyalist chapter of unknown founding.
Classic.
L.
Yeah,
Classic
they have
L.
like white armor with black trim with bits of red.
That sounds cool.
They have a lot of appearances in a game, on a board game. What's it called?
Because I recognize the name.
Wrath and Glory. Wrath and Glory is the game they're like the poster boys for.
Oh,
Used to
they're like
White
White
Scars.
Scars, don't they? They kind of like White Scars.
They're kind of like knockoff White Scars. But that
C tier.
said,
Immediately C tier because they're not quite White Scars.
Yeah,
We're not happy with
it
it.
just says they're enigmatic and dour, and they're trapped in the Gilead system. What are
So
our
unique.
thoughts on the Absolvers?
Should we create a tier where it's just like no opinion tier? Like,
No idea. Comes
It's
out.
Successor
Not a bad idea, but maybe
I think that's basically what
that
CT
would get
is.
too big, wouldn't it?
yeah, I feel like that's going to be like 80% of these. Maybe
There's way
I'm,
too
I'm-
much artwork for these guys for how much lore they have. What the heck?
I would say I'm willing to give them a B because, like you said, they've got some artwork and they're.
I feel like we should save B surely because we're gonna have to get with a lot. We're gonna have to be
We're gonna be
scrutinized.
here for a
I
long
will
time,
admit though,
fellas.
part of that is it's a successor chapter that has been given a decent amount of prominence in their own little bubble, and I think that's
True.
respectable. Like I feel
True.
like GW's got a habit of focusing on 3 of them. You got your Black Templars, you got your Crimson Fists, and then everyone else. It's like, yeah, you get a lore paragraph and nothing else. But these
Yeah.
guys, it's like, hey, there's a lot left open to your own interpretation, but there's some tabletop stuff here there's
Yeah.
you can find some stuff about them.
So not quite lol who because they've actually got some lore.
Yeah. Also, and again, I
That makes
appreciate
sense.
it. It's like, look, guys, we swear there actually is like 1,000 Space Marine chapters. We're not making that up. Here's proof.
I'll leave it. You know what? We'll leave it in B for now. And if we start feeling like B tier's a little bit too busy, we'll start moving it down.
I mean, at a certain point, we're going to end up with like this is. There's not going to be
A
many
mammoth
left.
task. This is a mammoth
yeah.
task for listeners here.
Speaking of
They have
that,
actual
then,
characters.
we need to move on. We've got the Accipiters.
Ah,
Yeah,
yes,
what
of
are
course.
That's not
Get
a real
this.
word.
I've just done a quick Google. Lexicanum says the Accipiters are a Space Marine chapter. That's all there is.
Yeah, lol who.
They just
lol.
exist.
This is a expanded universe article. The lore expands upon established canon but does not contradict it. I don't know what that means.
That just means it's lore.
It's fan made. It's fan made.
Oh, they're on the official-
Most of these guys are fan made.
They're on the official websites though, so they're on like it says they wear black power armor with blue pauldrons and helmets, and they exist.
I think someone just DJ Beast you're commenting on what's in the background of our videos. I don't know if you can see. We do have some Warhammer stuff. I can't even see it, but that is converted Ahriman in from Mephiston model because damn right that should be that cool.
All my
People
minis
enjoy
are
that.
behind my fat head, unfortunately. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to quite see him. You can kind of see Nagash like right there if you look close.
You can see a settee and a skyline, but this is my new
My
flaps.
Magnus is sitting downstairs because he has an oil wash currently drying. So
I think these blue guys are homebrew.
homebrew.
And they've got articles on Warhammer 40k fandom and Lexicanum, so I think they're like kinda real because they've got.
Maybe we
they've
shouldn't
got
linger
entries.
too hard though, because if we,
Yeah,
otherwise
let's
we'll get bogged down.
Yeah.
All right, next one then. So who have we got next? Let me just find where I am.
A skull.
These guys are the Adulators.
Of course, of course.
They remind me of Nova Marines and the like the new Captain Titus. He has like the weird this thing on it, the little red circle. Like this iconography is kind of like it's all over the place. It's like lots of
These
people
are
use that.
one paragraph lore chapter.
Yeah.
I think that is something like a lot of these chapters are basically like official homebrew. Like the whole point of them is here's a color scheme, go nuts with whatever you want to make up for them, right?
In fact, I would even say people listening now, if you're in the chat or in the comments, just straight up take one of these chapter names and just write something like write fake lore about it in the comments if you want, and we'll believe you.
I'm almost certain that's what half of these are for. Like the whole point is it's like it's for like here's like a lore like accurate, like they do exist, tabletop army can make, but you can do whatever you want with them.
Yeah.
These guys actually sound cool. They are buddies with the sororitas and are on close terms with the holy orders of the ecclesiarchy. That's neat.
Yeah.
I wanted to give them at least a B in that case. I mean, they
So they're
acknowledge
quite-
the
I mean-
Sisters of Battle exist.
I feel like C for the choir boys. You know what I mean? I don't
for the
think.
choir boys.
I like 'em.
Let's reserve B.
I think.
Let's reserve B for something good.
All right.
I
Next,
like 'em.
next
Andy,
one.
I have a bit of a request to go out of order.
Okay.
Can you just find the Genesis chapter and slap them in S tier?
Yeah,
Yes,
let's find
please.
them. Where are we? Executioners, the knights.
Oh my god, it
Oh.
keeps
Oh my
going.
god!
Well, maybe we'll remember.
GH. So G was F.
Is that
Oh my
them?
gosh.
Yeah. Let me just.
Holy cow!
Drag them
We
up.
need to go faster.
But yeah, I'm gonna say we need to
Remember,
go
these are alphabetical, so they.
fast. Step
Genesis
on the
chapter
gas,
goes
boy.
There we go, Genesis chapter.
All right,
They-
next. Let's go. Next.
They
Angel
can
Guard.
be Ultramarines. I don't
Angel
know who
Guard.
that they are.
Don't know
Angel
who they
God?
are.
They're green and they have yellow trim.
Probably Lion.
Are they Dark Angel successors?
Unknown.
Yep. Sounds like
Lol who?
Awesome.
Lol
Who
We
who?
can
cares?
do we
Who
can do a
cares?
beginner to expert successors one day maybe, and Andy can just tell us
Yeah.
about every single successor chapter.
Oh, we've got a real one. Ready, guys?
Yeah,
Angels in Carmine. I think they're pretty cool.
they're
Not
like
eight. Maybe not
do you
eight.
think they're just like regular good old Blood
Good old
Angels
Blood
successor
Angels,
chapter,
yeah.
right?
Second founding Blood Angels. Pretty cool.
Oh, are these the zombie guys? No, that's the other one. That's the Charnel Guard.
Yeah, Charnel
What
Guard,
is
my
their
bad.
what is these guys' thing?
Let's
Charnel
see.
Guard get A
Are
tier.
they the one who never stopped fighting, or is that the Vermilion?
That's
let me
every
just-
They're like
Space
all
Marine.
basically the same
Yeah.
thing, but slightly different. For the
Yeah,
Blood
they're
Angels
kind of
ones.
blurred together.
The same
Them-
thing, but slightly different, as ever wrong, more
They're
true about this
basically-
entire
They're the most
list.
aloof, displaying a contemptuous disregard for the weak. Okay, yeah,
They
it's
hate
these
weak
guys.
people. They're like, you're weak.
Awesome. That's
Die.
we're down to half the Space Marines with that one.
All right, we gotta move on already. It's
Okay,
gonna
they-
be taking too long.
Where are they at full strength? Yeah, okay, I'm fine with putting them in B tier.
Okay. Angels Eradicant.
I don't know who
I
they are,
put
but
them
their
in D
symbol looks
tier.
neat.
D tier.
That logo is stupid.
Yeah,
Wow.
bad logo.
Sad.
All right,
Right.
who's this next one then?
This
Moving on.
This one is the Angels Numinous. I believe
I
they're
have heard
Dark
of
Angels.
these.
Right.
They
Every
basically
Dark
stole
Angels
them.
successor is basically the same thing. You cannot change my mind.
They basically stolen the Death Guard symbol as well. With
Oh,
that,
no, these
pretty
are-
much.
these
They're
are-
supposed to send for Blood Eagles. Are these part of the
Blood
Triarch?
Angels.
No.
Blood
maybe.
Angel successors. They're
Oh my
successors
gosh,
of
I've
an
made
existing
videos on these
successor.
guys. I just don't remember who they.
Who are they successors of?
They're successors of the Blood Eagles.
Oh,
Yeah.
They're one of those weird ones where it's like we have a successor chapter who then makes another successor chapter, kind of
Oh,
like
these are the ones with more. Are these the ones with more Death Company than normal,
Me,
or is that other ones?
I mean, I'm happy to leave it where it is. If we haven't got an opinion
Yeah.
about it,
I
we
got it,
don't
yeah.
care.
Well, these guys are definitely Dark Angels. These are Angels of Retribution. They
Oh, I remember these.
Are these
guys
the
now.
guys who have
Okay.
beef with the actual Dark Angels because there was some shenanigans about Fallen?
let's have a look.
The Angels Numinous are the guys
That's
who
every
killed our
Dark
Death
Angel.
Company, basically.
No, but as in like they have beef with
Oh, so not retribution,
the actual Dark
absolution.
Angels chapter
Absolution.
Oh,
Angels of
because they
Absolution.
supposedly left them. They abandoned another Dark Angel successor.
Yeah,
chapter.
they feel the shame in the eyes of the Emperor has already been wiped away, so they don't believe in the Fallen. So like, we don't have anything to prove. We're like
So
loyal. It's fine.
they're the only Dark Angels that aren't idiots.
You know what? Top of B. Give it top of B.
Top of
straight
B,
away.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Surely that would have resulted in nothing if they just fessed up to the Fallen right away, right? It would have been like, yeah, we had some traitors. Everyone did.
Yeah, that's what I always think too, Colin. But I don't know. I think maybe we misunderstand it.
We got
Also,
another.
thank you for the membership, Mr. Zan0.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Simp
you,
for the
brother.
Blood Angels. A respectable thing to simp for.
No one hates Blood Angel players.
These guys, this next one, they have cool armor. It's black and red. They have basically no lore, but these guys are called the Angels of Damnation. I think that's pretty hard.
That's
Ooh.
Seeds here just for the name, honestly.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
nothing else about them.
Look at that, it's just flaming skull with the
Yeah.
Imperial Guard sort of motif as well. Oh, that's
Top
nice.
of C maybe, just because that
I can respect
holds.
the guard.
Yeah.
We
What
got
is this next
another Dark Angels one. This is Angels of Defiance.
It's like you call it the locksmiths. It's just a key. It's just the key.
Yeah.
Locksmith
Angels
big lawyer?
Defiant.
Dude, lockpicking lawyer?
But yeah, these guys are an Ultima founding, so they're pretty new. They
How
have,
do we
like-
feel about Ultima Founding?
they have a-
Eli?
they have that
Ultima
weird-
Founding's pretty.
They have that weird color scheme though, where it's
Yeah.
like half and half, but it's also flipped. So like top half it's black and bone, and then it
Oh, it's one of
inverts, and then it's
those
bone and
guys.
black. It's like we like
I
to
honestly
square it off.
hate like one of my favorite. We're gonna come up with him. Excuse me, like is a Iron Hand successor who have really cool lore, but their
Well,
scheme is trash. It's honestly so.
I'm
bad.
willing to. I want these guys to go in D for no other reason than most of the time you see those split paint colors. It doesn't look good.
Are we just
And
going to
that's
say
not
any
even-
of them that are like
Yeah.
even the Brazen Claws? Like, yeah, they're going into
Yeah.
D.
And Ultima Founding is like pure Primaris.
Yeah.
Trash.
Yes.
I don't know what the right
Alright.
word for it is.
Guys, I realized we gotta keep a move going because
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
gonna
you're
take.
right,
for-
you're right. Keep
we'll,
it-
keep it
we'll
going.
hold people hostage.
Angels of
Who?
Fire.
I don't know who
Don't
they
know.
are.
I don't
It's a cool name though.
Angels of Fire.
Lol, who?
Lol.
36
Yeah.
founding, 36 millennium. They fought in the Third War for Armageddon.
Oh,
They're cool.
oh, I know who this guy is. They are.
Nice
Are
and
they
Eric,
orange?
aren't
Primaris Sloth.
Yeah,
That was the word I was
orangish.
looking for.
They're like
Yes,
red
this
with
is-
flames.
This is the guy who
they? Make fun of
in
Slot.
the
That's my videos.
in the Yarrick Armageddon
Oh, is this the
Third
arrogant?
War Armageddon. This is the guy who basically stands up
Okay.
and says, "Who the fuck is this human?" sort of thing for
All right, then
Yarrick.
sure, B tier, moving on.
D tier. Gotta go to D tier.
B
for
tier,
Dissing,
okay.
for dissing our boy.
And then
Yarrick there.
then the Black Templar
Oh my
Granada's
gosh.
just goes, you
Who are you
know,
again?
sit down.
the Black
Scum.
Templars were literally like lol who. So yeah, top of D tier.
Who's next?
Angels of Fury.
I don't know them either.
I'm sensing a theme of angels.
There's a lot of angels to get through.
Dark Angels and Blood Angels. There's too much.
And
angels.
I
again,
think,
when
I
you
think
look
if
at-
3 out of 4 of us don't know who they are, then they're lol.
But this one's an
Yeah,
Ultramarine
Lolhu.
successor, and Nova Marines possibly. They wear white.
Lol
lol
who.
who, bro.
Lol who, lol who.
Lol
It's
who.
just- we don't even know.
We got to be so fast with this.
Okay, next one, Angels of Iron.
Don't know who they are, but
That does sound cool,
pretty
though.
Neat. I'd
Leave it
give them
there.
D tier for that. C tier, sure.
Yeah, leave them at the bottom of C.
Surely
good
there's
enough.
Dark Angels next.
Angels of Penance.
Doesn't ring a bell. This is gonna- for the people listening
This
as well,
can be
they-
rough.
we're definitely going to go past some of these things, and then someone's going to go, that's my favorite chapter, and I made an entire like 5,000 point
Good
army.
comment from DJ Beast about Colin's content.
What's that?
If you, he says,
Colin,
Colin,
don't
don't
put
put your content down as slop. It's quality polished slop, fresh from the trough.
It is the finest
Is
of
it?
pig slop.
It's
Oh,
it's
my
heavily
audience.
nutritious, and
There's bits of sweet corn in that slop.
it'll keep
Oh,
you going. It won't give you disinfect. It's good
Jeez.
slop.
These guys look familiar.
These are Dark Angels. These are Angels of Redemption, second founding, I believe.
I
Who
vaguely
cares?
remember who they are.
C tier.
I
yeah.
think
All
I made a
right.
video on them before. Maybe. Oh, maybe not.
You had
These guys
enough
have, like,
content for a video,
half and
C
half.
tier.
By the way, we're not
Yeah.
even done with the. We've got like another 10 angels of something. So
You
Oh,
mean?
go.
angels of repentance.
Hey, how about this?
I like
All
this
of the
one.
other angels no higher than D tier because they stopped caring about the
All right,
names
all right,
halfway
all right,
through
all right.
this.
We got angels of retribution.
Who cares?
I feel like we've had the same one before, but
Yeah,
it's
I
just
know.
These
not.
guys are kind of cool. These are the angels of vengeance. They're dark angel successor, and they're like. I remember reading about them in one of the books, and there's something about them. Let me just check what it is. Angels of vengeance. I think they're pretty hardcore. 40.
Wow.
What Dark Angels?
Cool,
is
wow.
pretty.
He's so cool. He's so
Um,
cool and mysterious.
The Grim and Dour.
You're going to tell me they don't like Xenos and then also
Yeah.
hate
No
Chaos?
way.
They always go into fights that other chapters wouldn't. They're like, you're a bunch of pussies, so they go into like the most tough fights.
It's like every Successor chapter.
Oh, man.
These other Marines
They
would back
fought in
out,
the
but not us.
They fought in the Forgotten Wars. Their
That
losses
sounds
were so
cool.
extreme they were forced to
Clearly
spend all
not so
this century
forgotten.
rebuilding. I don't know. There was definitely something I read in one of the books, and I was like, "Ooh, the
Oh,
other
we got to move on though. So sorry.
Another
These
Dark
guys.
Angels successor, Angels of Vigilance.
Man,
cool
I really
badge,
don't know my
though,
Dark
cool
Yellow
Angel
armor. They're
successors.
like
Wow.
fake Imperial Fists and Dark Angels, guys.
Never heard. Lol who.
Oh, these guys
Straight
are
up.
cool. Angels of Penitence, right? So these guys used to be known as the Angels of Resplendence, which are these guys, and they were they're a Blood Angel successor. They were well into art and everything. And then a guy showed up, just a random dude, and said, "You guys are cringe. You should be like flaying yourself, not flaying, so like lashing yourselves and being penitent because you failed the Emperor. He's now a corpse Emperor. You're dumb." And so they painted up all their armor. They killed a bunch of their own men, and now they are known as the Angels of Repentance, of Penitence.
As you do.
And the Blood Angels are like, "Oh, they were here for Baal, so I guess that's kind of good. But like, didn't you used to wear orange armor? What's going on here with this like crown of thorns and all that?" And they're like, "That's just what we do now." And there might be a civil war in their ranks where some of them are like, "I preferred it when we were wearing orange," and they might be coming. They might have we don't know.
Fair
They're
enough.
kinda
I like
cool.
the crown of
I'm
thorns.
happy with them there.
Yeah. Angels Porphyr.
Excuse me, what?
Angels
It looks like a
Porphyr.
Blood Bowl team. So
Yeah.
P-O-R-P-H-Y-R.
Give him an S tier for that. Reminds me of Blood Bowl.
A tier.
Blood Bowl lore.
Um,
Don't put him in A tier. That's just
Lol.
wrong.
Has
Give him
got
a, give him a,
Sorry.
yeah.
Who's there next?
Angels
Sure.
Redeemed.
This is just the Dark Angel symbol, but red.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, lol who.
Angels Revenant.
Their
Well,
symbol is edgy and cool.
Double D.
Not
Double D.
yeah.
Okay,
D.
I think I
D.
know
If it
these.
has a
One
cool
of the-
symbol, we'll give it D tier.
Are one of these ones coming up the Toronto Guard?
Eventually. We're still in the A's.
No, I'm the next ones. No, there's not. They're
These
not
are
on this
Angels
one.
Sanguine.
Oh, they like drinking blood a lot, right?
I think so.
That's
I've
their
just done a
thing.
video on them. Angels Sanguine. They
Okay.
actually have lore
Okay.
that's
Every
found.
Blood Angel chapter.
That's what I'm saying. Every Blood Angel successor is like basically the same thing.
We like blood.
With,
we Black Rage
We
bad.
harbor a dark and mysterious secret.
Just a comment from Tom Warren who says, "I can't wait till we hear about the Angels of Thesaurus who helped name all the other angels."
Yeah, they I think they basically have like slight mutations, so they always wear cowls and they don't show their faces to anyone outside the chapters. So when the
Yeah.
devastation of Baal was going on, they were like, "We're not showing," like kind of like me. They were like, "I'm not showing you what I look like." And then when the blood fiends were running rampant and they were going to drink the blood of Sanguinius from his coffin, they were like, "We'll stay in space. We're already here. And if you guys fail, we'll just blow you up from orbit if you can't get rid of the blood fiends before they desecrate Sanguinius' corpse." And they're like, "Yeah, that's fine. We don't need you near us."
To those
anyway."
asking in the chat, where are things? We have like 150 more to go, so don't worry.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah.
We're
We're still in an A.
we're still
Oh
in
my
the
god.
Angels. Oh, guys, Last Angels.
And Blood Angels thing.
Angels Vermilion. They're kind
They're
of cool.
cool. I'm pretty sure. Are they the ones? Oh my gosh, they're all so similar names. It's hard to know which one is which.
Yeah, that's the trouble.
Whichever ones
especially
are the
these
ones
guys.
who talk to freaking Satan, basically.
I think Angels. That is Angels Vermilion, right? They're the ones
I
who
think
were.
that is them.
Let me just double
They were-
check.
They were
an
classed
actually,
as
like, cool story.
renegades.
Dressarius Kuldorf. I can't. I've just done a video on these guys.
I feel like it is Angels Vermilion.
Me too.
Well, it's similar
just
to-
There's
look
one
it
where
up.
they did it. There's one of the successors did a pact with Sinch unknowingly, and that's why they don't have the floor because they don't know. They're like
Yeah.
instead of dreaming
I
of
think that's these
Horus
guys.
and his death, they dream of like their chapter serving chaos, and
that might
they've
be
not
these
fallen to
guys. Oh my
chaos.
gosh.
Every time they're offered to like, they go through the Black Rage, like come and join Sinch, and they're like, "Nah, mate, that's cringe." Anyway, Astral Claws. We know these guys.
S tier, S tier, S tier.
Yeah, put them in S tier just because
especially
they.
compared to these guys.
I mean, they've turned a bit spicy recently.
Yep.
But for people who don't know, Astral Claws were the original loyalist Ultramarine successor.
Maelstrom
and
Warders.
Yes,
Yeah.
and they had
I love you, Lift Huron.
Lift Huron was the chapter master who would eventually go a little bit. Let's just do that, but expand, and he made more Space Marines, and he got a little bit too, had too many of his own ideas, and then had the Badab War,
I don't
and
care
then
who
now
the
they're-
Inquisition sends. I'm not paying taxes.
That
Yeah.
G doesn't need to be in his name. I'm just
I
gonna say
haven't
it.
done an Angels Vermilion.
Luft
video.
Huron, or like
Luft-
Lou.
Luft-
Lelouch.
Angels Vermilion are not the demon guys.
No.
Lugfoot Huron.
No, there is
Luft-
actually one last Astral Claw who still serves the Imperium.
Is he a dreadnought?
He's in the Death Watch, and he's allowed to only be in the Death Watch because his chapter doesn't exist anymore. He's called Andor Scarian, and he hates humans because they're weak. But he's like, I'll be a good watch captain, but I'm the only claw left. Now it's the Astral Hawks, not to be
I don't
confused
know.
with the Astral Claws.
I mean C tier just because that symbol looks like a eagle that got beamed.
If you're gonna put the
No,
Blood Bowl
God.
thing in C tier, but
True,
they
this
get
is-
a pass on their
Also,
symbol.
It's the blood drinkers who made the deal with the demon.
That's the one, yeah. Blood drinkers, but they're like really honorable. But it's like bit of cinch.
I'm
bit of
still waiting
cinch
for
in your
more
breakfast.
angels to jump scare me.
Astral Knights. These guys are cool. Rogal Dawn.
Astral
Nice.
Knights, I've heard of
They
those.
They-
exist.
Yeah, I
Extinct.
do know who they are. I've
They,
made a video. Oh, they're not very. They don't have a lot on them.
They have cool armor, but they fought the Necrons and they sacrificed themselves. To
Oh,
kill
it's
the
these
Tomb
guys.
World.
Oh, S
And
tier,
then-
S tier for that.
And then the Blood Angels under Captain of the Third Company. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. It's not Aranos. It's Donatos. He was like, "Oh, they all died, and we fought with them, and they were great." And so he's like, "We are building a statue in their honor, or I am flipping my lid to the to the people where the world they
Yeah,
were
they
defending. It's
died
like, we
on
are
the
making a
world
statue
engine.
for them because they're great."
God, we're still in A. I just realized we've got to
Atlantean Spears.
They have a
Ultima.
cool name.
Ultima.
I've heard these
like-
ones. It's a cool
Oh,
color
they're
scheme.
Ultima Founding.
Yeah. All
It is a
colours.
cool color
Cringe.
scheme though.
Are they salamanders?
No, they're
No.
Okay.
are they?
I don't know.
They're Blood Angel successors. Weirdly,
Okay.
they have like
I
azure
like-
blue armor
they-
with gold, well, bronze.
I like
trim.
them just because they're one of the few Blood Angels that actually have a unique.
Can we put them at
Like,
the
they
top
don't
of B?
look similar.
They look cool. That's kind
They
of all
are
they have.
maybe bottom of B because I think they're not as good as the stuff in the rest of B.
They kind of
All right.
they look cooler than they are.
Mhm.
Auric Patricians. Well, who?
Yeah, lol. Who's that?
Oh, Aurora chapter, Ultramarine successor.
What is that symbol?
It's the
don't
Aurora
know.
symbol, I guess.
Put them in D tier because I don't like looking at that.
Yeah, now that you're
The Avengers, not to be confused with the actual Avengers.
They make
I
me
don't
think
know.
of Marvel slop. Put them in
Yeah.
D tier.
yeah, literally.
D tier.
Avenging Sons. Guess who's
Is that just
these-
Jerusalem Cross straight up?
I guess. Guess whose
Yeah,
successor
probably.
these are? The Avenging Sons.
I mean, to be
feel
fair,
it.
just leave it in C because the name Avenging Sun does go
It's
pretty
cool.
hard.
We've got the Black
Just Gilliman's
Consuls.
name.
Black Consuls
Oh,
are
I
cool.
I
I've heard of them
vaguely
before,
remember
but I
who
don't
they
know
are.
what they do or are.
Oh,
Yeah, not B tier, surely then.
put them.
Yeah,
I
it's,
remember them being kind of cool.
Not as
I
cool
don't,
as
I
Damnation.
don't remember them.
Black
also.
Dragon.
Black Dragons,
though.
mate.
They're ARS,
Spiky-
right?
Top of
The
A.
bad-
Actual-
the bad
actual
bad
interesting.
dragons.
All
Don't
right,
put your
okay.
bad
Colin,
dragon
okay.
things coming out your arms. Shit. They
For
remind
people
me of
listen,
Oh,
the
yeah.
X-Men.
for people listening,
I don't know, Eli
We
Collins.
got a
the-
donation.
oh, hello.
Thank you, Elliot Haupts, for
Says-
$5.
He says, I hope that Black Templars are S tier. They are the embodiment of 40k, in my opinion, over the top zealots who will never shoot you if they can stab you. I mean,
Fair
should we
enough.
just get this over with and just put Black Templars at the top? There we go.
Yeah, just leave them there.
Right at the top.
Oh, just for
No.
Sports
Genesis
and stuff.
chapter,
Okay.
top S
yeah,
tier.
yeah, okay.
The only Space Marines who aren't Ultramarines who can hope to one day be
They're basically the
Ultramarines.
shelf stock of the Space Marines. Like, oh, we've got them on the
Oh,
shelves. Get them out.
Just
there.
for those listening who don't know, Black Dragons are a salamander successor, which is quite rare because there's not many of them, and they kind of are made during a cursed founding where their genes is a little bit more active,
The
and they
cursed
basically
founding, yeah.
grow like more. Like, they grow like horns and bones from them. They like basically turn them into weapons, and they kind of
like
don't tell the
you know
Inquisition about their
Baraka
gene
from
seed.
Mortal Kombat. Imagine that as a space marine, where he's just got the
Yeah.
big blades coming out of his wrists.
So that's kind of cool. There's actually one black dragon in the salamanders, and he got like adopted, and there was like a whole like kerfuffle about like, no, don't take our guy, and then another guy died, and they're like, all right, fine, you can have him because someone already died. It's a bit awkward now.
Yeah.
Funny. And they don't like the salamanders at all.
These guys are the Black Guard from the Raven Guard. Their chapter master was, I think, Gareth Arendi, who was like the bodyguard of Corvus Corax, I believe. I think that's correct.
Don't feel strongly about him. I'm not gonna.
Or is it? Was it Gareth Arendi? It was the guy who was like, "Oh, I don't mind killing Iron Hands in the escape to Isfahan if I can escape with my lord." He was a bit of a dick. So yeah.
Maybe C tier then, just because of that comment.
Just 'cause of that. He was like, I don't care if the Iron Hands die. We're more important. You're like, ooh, how dare you? Black inculpators.
The sword looks nice.
Nice symbol,
know
but
'em.
again, don't. They probably have a sentence of law, so you can't feel strongly about that.
We got the Black Talons. Lol.
There we go.
There we go.
Another Salamander's successor.
Oh,
Black
okay.
Vipers.
Is it
B
Ultima?
tier.
They're all Ultima
Yes, I
founding,
believe
right?
so.
They're all D tier. They're
No,
so cringe. They should
these
not
guys are
exist.
cool.
They should not
These-
exist. I hate all the
Can we put
Ultima
them here
founding
with the-
salamanders.
Oh,
They're
This is where the
cringe.
Ultimates live. Who are
Those
kind of-
Eli's-
It's
Man
just
Blood
slop.
Marines
It's
are
all
gone.
slop. They made
Putting
them in
Eli's-
5 seconds.
That's
Yeah.
all
Putting Eli's
Warhammer lore
bias
is.
aside.
It's slop down all the way.
It's all
Putting
slop
Eli's
now.
bias aside.
They have so little lore. I made one short to cover
Yeah.
all of the salamander successors.
Yeah.
Just to explain what they are a Salamander Successor chapter that completely have no links to the original chapter, and they basically serve as Belisarius' Call's unique chapter. He uses them as like a personal weapon. So that's why they have
That's everything
some
wrong
call.
about the Primaris Marines.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at least they have something.
What? That they're not
they have
more
a thing.
generic space monks?
No, that they're not part of the chapters. They're just Mars Marines.
I'm
That's
okay
why
with
people
that.
hate it. Nah,
Anyway, Black Wings.
I can't fight.
Lol
them.
who?
Rubbish.
Lol who?
Rubbish. Oh, these guys are kind of cool. Dark Angels, Blades of Vengeance. I
Sounds
think
neat.
they're Ultima. I need to check.
I'm pretty sure we've had Angels of Vengeance,
Yeah, we
like
have.
and Blades of Angels or something. I'm pretty sure we've had the exact
Well,
combination.
Yeah, but these are Ultima, so they just were like, do it again, reboot it, reboot the franchise. Yeah, we'll reboot the franchise.
Fair enough.
Blazon Legion or Blazon Legion.
Is
Are
that
these
just
the
an
ones-
upside down fleur de lis?
Yeah,
Yeah,
D
with the-
tier
with the
because
top
it's just the
cut
fleur de
off.
lis, but
Upside down French people.
Are these Imperial Fist successors? I feel like I've seen something like that.
Maybe.
Who cares?
They don't have much lore. It's fine.
You're
Move
not
on,
thinking
we're
of the
gonna move
Hospital
on.
Galleons, are you? Because they're like red on
Mate,
white and it's a cross.
Possibly.
Blood Dragons. Not to be confused with Far Cry.
It
Blood
sounds
Dragons.
cool.
They're Blood
I don't know who
Angels,
they are.
and they are basically like,
What is
oh, we
Christ?
don't care about civilians. That's their shtick. They burn everyone's
Eli's
So-
favorite.
So
That's
unique,
not a
so
unique
edgy, so
stick.
cool.
No, but they're like just extra cruel about it. They're like, yeah,
If
let's
you say, if anyone says one more time, they're dark and broody, and they go into the hardest battle.
Oh, yeah, I got bad news for you, Hal.
yeah,
Put them in B tier because Far Cry Blood Dragon's a good game.
it is a good
Yeah.
game. I love it. Yeah. Blood Drinkers. They're cool. They're the ones who are Sinchi-ish.
They have actual
Oh.
neat story. I put them in
Yeah,
even
they're
A
like,
tier.
oh, we got tricked by Sinch, but we won't tell anyone because Black Rage is gone. That's good, at least.
Are they the ones that like they basically sacrifice every once in a while, like a civilian population,
No,
and
it's-
just drink it?
No.
all?
that-
But
I
every
think-
time they die, every
think that's
time one
familiar.
of them dies, they see like the demon or whatever.
Yeah,
it
it's
gives
like
them the same
in-
deal.
instead
and
of
then
seeing
none of them
Horus-
have fallen yet.
When they get the Black Rage, instead of seeing Horus fighting Sanguinius, they see like Sinch, and he offers them a chance to join him, and they all say no because they're like proper good boys. But it's like, yeah, come on. It's like, no, I don't want to because he wants to out. Because Sinch has a big boner for the Dark Angels, where he keeps trying to like claim them for his own, but it doesn't work. The whole Blood Angels.
Probably because
Elliot
the lion,
is about him
well,
trying to-
the lion rejected Kairos,
Ooh.
so long ago.
Another
Elliot
donation.
Hops again. Thank you, sir, for the
Thank you, Elliot.
$5. I'll read it, I suppose. The three who unironically play the Genesis chapter are like the old artwork of Crimson Fists stand against the orcs with scrap titans in the background.
Hmm.
Holding on
Yes.
for a hero.
Is
Very
that the
cool.
big one?
I
with
need
the-
a hero.
The big Gargant, the old like 70s one where it's like colorful and everything.
Oh, so
To be
good.
honest, I just did I finished reading the Night Lords trilogy, and Genesis chapter do show up
Yeah, they get
again.
crushed.
Oh,
Yeah,
They get
I mean
crushed
they
by
do.
the
They make a
Talos.
good showing of it. There's a great.
But they're all
duel
like
That's
in
fucking
there.
quite cocky.
no.
They're just like, "Oh, you wretched traitors," and then Talos is like, "Nice hammer, bitch!" Smack. Oh,
Oh no, Talos. That's.
oh, not Talos.
I mean, spoilers for people, but they basically all of First Claw
Yeah.
get crunked by this guy who has a storm hammer and a shield,
Mm.
and eventually one of the other Night Lords called Zal
That's the
grabs
one, Zal,
Talos's weapon and just goes like, "All right, bitch, let's go. let's rock and
Doesn't
roll."
he do like that whole thing from Game of Thrones? Like, you do not fight with honor. It's like he did.
Yeah, he basically does. No, I think he says that the man you just killed, he was my brother. I'm sure he showed no fear, and he went like, yeah, sure, whatever, lol,
Yeah,
and then just ran in.
Just runs him through.
Moving on though,
Blood Knights.
it's a cool name, but
Sounds cool.
I don't know
who they are,
anything
though.
about.
Oh,
Blood
guys,
Knights.
Blood Ravens.
S tier.
Hey, S tier.
I would just. I'm gonna have to zoom out.
Go,
for
because
that,
go.
I think.
you have to zoom out. Yeah,
Yeah,
this is gonna
definitely
get.
need to zoom out. There you go.
Oh my
dude,
God.
zooming out is like when they go, "Don't look down," when you're like rock climbing
Still
or
on
something.
B. We're still on B.
We're gonna have to-
Oh
right.
wait, can you show all of them?
Right,
How much do we have to go through?
that many.
Oh Lord, okay, it's not as bad. as I
We're
thought.
getting there.
Look how many we've done.
I
Blood
think
Sides.
the
To be
one
fair,
after
once-
this is a
when we-
short one.
When we get through the angels, it's like 80% of them are done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Blood Sides. These are Ultima Founding Blood Angel successors. They wear white armor and they want to be like their dads.
It's a cool name.
Wow.
Maybe C
Unique.
though.
They're just like,
Me
oh, Blood
too.
Angels are cool, innit? It's like, you.
I
It's
hate
a
Ultima
cool
Founding.
look,
I hate
though.
Ultima Founding.
Oh, here's a fun one. Blood Swords. They're the ones who gave their lives in Devastation of Baal, I believe, right?
Blood.
No, that's an ice
an
one.
A
No,
tier,
Blood Swords are
right?
completely different.
Blood.
Ignore
Even a
me.
B tier.
I love
B tier?
Bloodborne.
Bloodborne. Here's one.
Good hunter.
Here's a good one. Brazen
Brazen-
Claws, Iron Hand,
Brazen
Second
Claws.
Founding.
Ah,
Rubbish
these are the
art,
ones.
I hate their color scheme though. It's just like, why
Yeah,
is it
they're-
bright blue? I
They
don't
also
like it.
have like 2 pictures on the internet. Yeah, C tier probably. Not gonna
My
lie.
poor Iron Hands.
Yeah.
Brazen Consoles.
I've never seen that badge
Don't
before. It's
remember.
actually kind of not bad.
Hmm.
But lol who?
These guys are kind of cool. There's a brief mention of them in the Blood Angels Omnibus. This is, I think that I don't know why it's here. This is the
Someone just said
Taurens,
an
isn't it?
ultimate. Can there be an ultimate tier?
Let me just double check. Why is,
Yes,
Thank you,
please.
DJ Beast.
is that the Taurens? Why are they here? This is T, surely.
Lol who?
Let me just double check.
Yeah, I don't know who they
Yes.
are. They just look like they're trying to steal from the
Yeah. For
Minotaurs.
some reason, in my alphabetized list, T is in. I don't know.
Weird.
Taurens. Who's this one? This is the Brazen Skull. Was still in last of the Brazen Skulls.
It's
Oh.
brazenly forgettable. Let's move.
Yeah.
Brazen like my steaks. Bringers of Judgment.
That's a cool name.
That's
That
kind of a
sounds like
cool
Dark
name.
Angels.
Hmm. Let's see.
Mm.
A
Oh, this
big
is a
M. Are you serious?
D tier then. Is that
Oh,
better?
do you know what that looks
Who's
like?
the-
That looks like the
big-
original Thousand Suns.
I thought
Do you know
this
what
was
this
fine.
chapter's called?
M. It's
Brothers of
big
a
M.
Thousand.
What that cup?
Why is there an M?
I don't know.
Because
I think
that's
it's
the
because
symbol
that's
for
the
a thousand?
original That's the original Legion symbol of the Thousand Suns before Magnus.
Brothers of a Thousand.
Why was
Well,
it
that's
before
neat.
Magnus, but it's a big M?
Because
Neat
it's
trivia.
dumb.
Isn't it,
Yes.
is it numerals? Is it thousand? Isn't M? Is it?
I maybe it might be. I don't know.
Why is it called Blood Ravens when they probably have no links to the any of like the Raven?
Boy,
I
guard
don't know
or
why are
even
there
Blood
5
Angels?
million angel chapters that have nothing to do with the Dark Angels or Blood Angels? Because it's a cool name.
Boys,
You're right.
boys,
we're-
boys. Shit
That
got real.
Caradons are
Car Caradons,
cool.
S tier.
It's
S
the
tier,
biggest.
S
bigger
tier,
than
S
the
tier,
M.
S tier.
Shark.
Any
The peop-
basically any
Shark.
successor with like at least one book will get S tier pretty easily.
We should probably we can't not talk about them just a little bit. They
Digress.
have perhaps the chonkiest chapter master of all time,
Yes.
who
He's
literally has to
Primarch-sized.
he has
He's
to
cool.
wear part Terminator armor, part Dreadnought armor, if I'm correct, because
Yeah.
he's so big and he has like he's called Tiberius the Red Wake, and he has two.
Hunger
Well,
and
it's-
Slake, isn't it?
It's
Yeah.
lightning claws, but then it also has BuzzFeed like gauntlet things underneath.
BuzzFeed.
and they're like retract.
Oh no, it was like a buzz.
He
You
has
know,
like
like
a
it's a
chain-
buzz saw.
chain
Sorry.
Is
like
this
Buzzfeed
actually
is
just a
his wrist.
BuzzFeed which successor chapter are you quiz
He has
Yeah,
like,
is this?
all along?
he has like a chain blade under his wrist, and then on the top he has like extendable claws. So it's just like
Lightning
just in
claws.
case the blade didn't do it, clunk, and then it's like
It's a
I think
big,
I think it's just big Terminator armor, but
Yeah.
Terminator armor is also called tactical dreadnought
Well,
armor.
I think he's in Dreadnought armor, but not Terminator Dreadnought armor. It's like they took a Dreadnought and they were like, we'll make a bit of this into his armor because he's too big for just Terminator. Like Arjak.
And he is scary. And there's a big like Polynesian sort of twist to this chapter. They're
Maori.
unique. They have a few books actually on them, which are quite cool.
Although,
and then
to be fair, the
quite
comments
unique.
are saying he's not as big as the art depicts him as. Is like, yeah, a lot of people are like, he's enormous. It's like he's big, but he's not like a skyscraper big. He's big.
Like,
He's a big.
good question though. Thoughts on is the Carcharodons, are they Raven Guard? Are they Night Lord? Are
it
they
sounds pretty certain that they're Raven Guard. Not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
it's pretty conclusive.
they're
but
the
thematically,
second
Night
Legion.
Lords sounds more plausible, but realistically, they
but the
sound
gene
like
seeds
Ashen
so
Lords.
they said the gene seeds like might have gone
Well,
the gene seeds gone funny in the fridge, if you know what I mean.
They left it out too long.
Well, their founder was supposedly like an actual Raven Guard, so kind of.
Nah, they're the second Legion. Tiberos
All
is
right,
the
fellas,
second.
we're getting
Anyway,
off track, fellas.
Carmine Blades, Blood Angel Successor. They thought they were Ultramarines for a really long time. They didn't know what was happening when the Black Rage and Red first happened. Then the Blood Angels found them. Astarath the Grim went, I'm looking for because he senses people who have the Black Rage. He's like, oh, here's one. And they're like, what are you doing here, Blood Angel? And he's like, don't you know? And they're like, what? It's like, you're Blood Angel's successors. And they're like, no, we're not. We're Ultramarines.
What
It's
the
like,
heck?
no, baby. And now they've like painted their armor red, and they're like, yeah,
Do
I
they not
guess.
have like the red thirst and stuff?
They do, but they've only recently like clicked that. Oh, it's because we're Blood
Put 'em-
Angels in it.
Put them in
Because it's a
C tier.
wide.
Whoa.
They
I mean,
should've-
it is quite a cool story, to be fair.
Yeah.
And now
They-
they also appeared in the Devastation of Baal,
Yeah.
and a lot of them, even the older members of the chapter, were thinking, why are they shown such allegiance to the Blood Angels, even though we just recently
Yeah,
came in contact?
Yeah,
Nah.
recently.
And so loads of them arrived in the Devastation of Baal, and then quite a few of them like got crunked.
Yeah,
And so then even some of the older veterans who were like, we've barely known the Blood Angels. One of them was like now the chapter master, and because there's only like 100 of them left. And it was like,
Mm.
God.
Nah, they
Um,
D tier for foregoing their chance to be Ultramarines.
Nah, it's bias. Come on, they actually have lore. They're surely better than the Iron
Yeah, they
Hand
do actually have
successor.
lore.
I
It's
just
D
like
tier
I
because
just like
Top
the
of
fact
C
that
at least.
any book that Astarath the Grim's in, he's just like the worst omen. Like, oh no, not this guy. This is never going to be well.
He's really cool though.
Yeah.
His model's awesome.
Castellans of the Rift. These guys are looking after something, aren't they?
That's what it sounds like.
I feel like these guys might have cool lore. Like I've heard.
Yeah. They are Primaris. They are given the unenviable duty to maintain and defend the Narkmund Gauntlet, which is like the little gap in the
Yes.
Great Rift.
That's the bit where they can get to. So for people who are listening, you can only really get through the massive warp storm that tears the galaxy in two through like a small opening because Cadia's gone now. R.I.P. Never
Yeah.
forget.
good.
And it basically leads to this world now called Vigilus, which is basically like the new Cadia, but not quite like discount Cadia. And these guys are essentially just an entire chapter for that little
But just
like
like
gauntlet run.
to give you an analogy, imagine like you needed to get somewhere to get home, and there's like an alleyway, but it's extremely dangerous. And these are like the kind of guys in like security outfits going like making sure people can get through without getting mugged. That's what the Castellans of the Rift are. But the muggers are Tyranids and Chaos and other bad things. And they're not going to steal your wallet. They're going to probably eat you. Something like that. These guys are the celebrants. They make birthday cake, I suppose. Because they celebrate.
Lol who?
Volhu.
Volhu.
Yeah. They have a wacky.
These
symbol.
guys are the Celestial Guard.
A lol who?
Lol, who?
That's not a sororitas thing, surely. It sounds like it is.
Celestial Lions, is that what I see?
Well, this is the thing.
Oh,
Celestial Lions,
This
S
is-
tier.
Yeah,
S
they're
tier.
cool. They're.
I don't think it's S. I would say top of A
What?
for one reason.
Oh, come on.
What?
Their coolest thing about them is they get killed.
No. They're like,
All right, now-
Kenny Dubaku is amazing. And he's
Does anyone
done
want to
great.
explain what about the Celestial
So,
Lion lore?
Even
quickly?
Helbrecht likes. them.
May I?
Go for it. Go for it.
So basically, the Celestial Lions are really cool with like their art style and stuff, but basically they had a bit of a scuffle with they were doing a compliance of a world, and then the Inquisition kind of nuked one of their positions where they were still fighting, and since that point, the Celestial Lions have been going, oh, the Inquisitors are a bunch of wankers, and the Inquisition didn't like how they were being like dissed, so now every chance the Inquisition gets, they just like mess them
Kill
up.
them.
And so like when they were fighting in Armageddon, Orc snipers appeared out of nowhere and started picking them off after the main battles. And it's like, hang on, Orc snipers? And then like
accurate Orc snipers, apparently.
and then Grimaldus from the Black Templars was like, oh, I'm on Hell's Reach. Hell's Reach is defended, I'm on Armageddon. Celestial Lions are our brother chapter because they're Successors of Dawn. I'm going to help them. And he's like, you guys are a bit low on numbers. And I was like, yeah, we're not having a break. And then he's like, oh, you've been kind of saying bad things about the Inquisition. Not very smart. And in his second book, he basically helps Akenu Dubaku to purge the Orcs, to reclaim his honor of his chapter. Akenu Dubaku's given a Black Templar fleet ship by Helbrecht, but eventually he gets assassinated in a later book, so that's a bit of a shame. They can't catch a break. And they've got like African, like tribal, like kind of symbology and stuff. And like, yeah, they're really cool. I like them.
It's very frustrating. Like, it's one of the greater parts of Warhammer. Sorry, Cotton, go ahead. You go.
Oh no, you first. You had some.
I say it's one of the brilliantly frustrating parts about the Inquisition and just like the Imperium itself, of how it would self-sabotage. And it's so you get so annoyed hearing about it, but you understand it's so Imperial because they just a whole world could fall, but they're more worried about a slight.
Yeah.
So it's just so good though.
I was just gonna say, I think they should be S tier, but if we want to put them in A tier, I will concede on the condition that if their reasoning for them not being A tier is they only get killed, then the Lamenters can't be S tier either. Because the only thing makes them cool. It's the same thing though, because their only thing is, man, they get the shit kicked out of them all the time, don't they?
Yeah.
You know,
but they're extra nice.
Shove it up.
Oh, good. They're nice.
Jeremy Golan was asking if we have a question of the week.
No,
that's on
that's only for the podcast streams, right?
But thanks for
beginner
asking.
Expert, yes. But yes.
So
we did have one on the last podcast. If you wanted to catch that one, go
on
for
why
it.
we
Thank
love
you, brother.
Warhammer. So this one is Champions of Thanatos.
It does sound like a cool name, but D tier, because I've never heard of
The
it.
Thanatos was that company that scam artist lady did, where she was like, "I've got a blood analyzer machine. I'm build." Steve Jobs,
the blonde lady with the never blinking eyes.
the crazy one, yeah.
Yeah.
Charnel Guard. Here we go, Eli. Charnel Guard. They're pretty cool.
They're cool. They're
Look at that badge.
They have their chapter master or old one. I don't know if he still is, as an actual
first one.
model.
The first one was
Heresy.
Dominion Zevon, who fought in the Siege of Terror, and they're all like
They're like zombies.
they
and
have like
sleep a lot.
corpse-like skin. They smell kind of bad, but they're like really efficient. They have loads of really cool old tech, but like the Blood Angels don't count them as a Blood Angel successor. Like the Sanguine Host or whatever they call them, they're not part of it. 'Cause they're like, no, they're weird. We don't like them.
That's so bizarre. Like they would comment. Like I'm not sure most Space Marines smell good, but these guys definitely smell bad.
Yeah, they're not great. In that regard. Consecrators, Dark Angel successors. They're kind of cool, but they haven't got much lore. I'm gonna put them in D.
D for Dark Angels.
If I sing an unoriginal Imperial Fist symbol, am I detecting another?
We just put them in lol.
Are you ready? These guys are called the Contenders.
Oh lol, who? Come
What the
on.
heck? Yeah.
Here's a fun one. These guys are the Covenant of Fire.
Yes.
Possibly
Oh, nope.
No, Eli, get back in your
This
hole.
is Salamander.
Here we go.
This is Salamander.
Here we go.
They have one sentence of lore. Come
Give
on.
Give them A tier for the name.
It's a
Covenant.
cool
It reminds
thing
me of
because
Halo.
they're basically Salamander word bearers, but loyalists.
Yes.
Wow. So
Not A tier.
so unique.
I think I put it next to the red
They
Really,
have
Vipers.
really,
Covenant
really-
in their name.
I'm biased
They
because I
like
like
running
Salamander's
books.
successor chapters.
I like these salamanders. The salamander successors are just call slop.
Hey, Dark
Oh,
Angel
gosh.
successor, Cowled Wardens. They're purple.
They're purple. That's cool.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, they're going insane.
You guys have a sense of law. Purple. Ooh, shiny.
Yeah.
Literally.
Next one,
Like
Crimson
giant-
Castellans.
Stupid.
They look like a chess piece. Lol, who.
Mm,
Oh, boys, Crimson Fist.
Okay.
S tier.
Yeah.
Top
It's
of S
earned
tier.
it's earned its place in this. Not
Here's the
not
thing.
above
nothing,
Kakarodons.
nothing can go above the
What?
Genesis chapter.
They're-
That's the
they're
end all
totally-
be all of
They've
Successor.
got more
They're
to them than the
second best.
Kakarodons.
There's surely they're second best.
Well, I was going to say, which
Sure.
one's better, Black Templars or Crimson?
I think
I think
people will
Crimson
riot
Fists.
if Black Templars are not second.
Yeah, I
I
love
don't
them
care
both,
if they
but-
riot.
That's
Crimson
that's
Fists are
too
cooler.
bad.
The first codex,
Yeah.
I believe, the Crimson
I mean,
Fists.
to be fair,
Yeah, but who
Then
gets their
again-
own
They're
codex?
bros.
But then
still?
again,
I
Grimaldus,
don't care.
Hell's Reach, Hellbrecht.
Ooh, I'm a Black Templar. I use a
Space
sword and not a gun because I'm
racism.
super special and cool. And yeah, my
Yeah.
first guy was really
You
angry.
know
That's
that
also
meme,
going
though?
to he's angry.
But you know what? I'm going to do this, and you know what I'm going to do this for? You know that meme of the two dogs where there's the one that's happy and smiling like a Labrador, and then there's the screaming one? If I put it in that position, it's like that meme. So that's why I'm doing it.
I think the Black Templars are more like, like people have like those slow-mo pics of like a pit bull, and then it's just like
Yeah.
if a pit bull's in motion, and it's like there's the one with like there's like running up the stairs, and it's like the scary
Also-
face going. Oh,
Also,
God.
Monty
Black.
the Ogre mentioning the Rin's World bit with Alessio. He's like, Alessio, you've lost an arm. He's like, no, I haven't, brother. It's right over there. Classic.
It's awesome.
Okay, motoring on. This one is the Crimson Guard. Lol.
Oh,
Lol,
they're
dude.
that.
Who?
Are they? No, they're not the ones. Never mind.
Nope.
It's
Next
Crimson.
one,
It's the Crimson Sabers who become the bad
Crimson
guys.
Paladins. Lol. Who?
Lol, who?
The name sounds cool.
There's going to be a few of these. Crimson Scions. Lol. Who?
I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. I'm pretty sure it's the same chapter.
Also, Crimson Shades. Lol.
No, there's not.
I
some
love
Yeah,
the
crim-
words
crimson,
crimson.
crimson.
I
Can you
love
believe?
crimson.
Before with this next chapter, can you believe what they've done to the Iron Hand successor chapters? It's criminal.
Yeah.
It's they already
have
have
it
no
here.
lore and no artwork, and they chose the same symbol for both of
Copy
them.
paste. Like I've copied to.
What the heck?
I forget the Iron Hands have successor chapters.
They do have one
Crimson-
cool one. I can't remember the name
Yeah,
of
and
it.
it's not even this one, is it?
Are
Crimson
these
Talons.
Crimson Talons?
Yeah.
Like what the heck?
Let's put them together so they're
Why?
safe.
Why are they? Why? Whatever. It's
It
fine.
is
It's-
a good thing I'm not doing this list on my own because LOL will be everyone on this fucking list.
yeah.
Crew or Blades, they're Ultima Founding Blood Angel successors. They
sounds
wear
cool.
like silver armor with a bit of red.
They're beatsier. Sheesh.
I was just putting it there for a convenience. D.
Okay.
D. I think.
Sure.
These guys are the Crusaders. Well, who?
That's just
Uh,
a boring.
They didn't
name.
even try
Oh,
with that one.
You say that,
Yeah.
Colin. These are the Dark Crusaders.
Of course.
Oh my gosh.
All right,
Is this the
guys.
Scroll down real
green-
quick. Just a
DJ
quick.
DJ
so
Beast
there's-
is right. Like Andy could be making some of these up, and we would never know.
All right,
It's
guys.
still going.
Guys, all right, we're about to get through the
Oh.
dark ones. There's 5 of these.
We're
We've
gonna
got
get through the dark ones.
the Dark Eagles, lol who.
Yeah.
The Dark
The heck
Hand.
is this
Really,
symbol?
really weird looking.
Wow.
Like,
That's a.
lycra
I've
green.
never seen
Really
that
weird.
symbol.
They are so
That's
weird
very
looking.
unique.
They are strange.
Oh, I know these guys.
Dark Hunters, White Scars.
Oh,
successors.
these guys are cool. They actually have
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
book.
I'm
I'm going
like,
to
some
put them in
lore.
B tier because I like the White Scars.
There's one of them in
And
the
you can't stop me.
Damocles books.
Dark Krakens.
Yes,
Salamander
I
This is
see.
the
boys.
only. This is the only one that I would allow to be above D tier.
Do you know
'cause
what-
they have actual
Give them
lore?
a name.
There's an actual example army of these guys in the
Yeah,
Space
they're-
Marine Codex.
They look cool, although their entire thing is just salamanders, but the opposite.
Yeah.
But whatever, it's fine.
They're not.
We like water instead of fire. Whoa!
Dark Suns.
But you know what? Their lore is pretty cool. I'll admit it.
Dark Suns going in lol.
Don't
No.
Ultramarine successor. No one knows who they are. Dark Spires. Lol who.
Dark Spires.
All right, that's all the dark ones. Now, Death
Nice.
Eagles.
Oh,
no,
they're
that's the
cool.
Black
Oh, they're
Sun.
the depressed ultramarines, right?
Exactly. The depressed
Yeah,
Marines.
put them in B tier. Put them in B tier.
Depressed. They need a win. Let's put them in B. Just make them feel better. These guys are the Death Knights. Lol who.
Oh, they
That's
sound cool.
that's a copy paste name. I can feel.
You say
the
that. Look
anime
how many
energy.
copy pasted. Look at these
Yeah,
two. Look at
they're all the
these two.
skulls,
Aren't
yeah.
they?
Look at
Oh, I know the
these
next.
two.
I know
Oh
the
my
next.
God.
Oh.
Look at this.
Merry
So,
Christmas.
Do you think they just let the intern make these? Like
Probably.
once a year, they just want like elite. Just make us 5 successor chapters this year, or this
Yeah,
month, or
exactly.
something.
Someone
We
got
need one for
sussed out
White
here.
Dwarf. Death Spectres.
They're
Oh,
cool.
these
They're-
guys are
They're A
cool.
tier. They're
They
A tier for
they
sure.
defend the area of the galaxy. That's what's it called again?
The Ghoul Stars?
The ghoul they defend
Is that-
alone the ghoul stars, I think.
They have the cool glass throne thing
from
going
from
on.
all
and
those
they
threats that
die.
we don't know about but are super serious. We swear. Because no,
Yeah.
we're not going to show you the threat. But
I just
trust us,
noticed,
it's
by the way,
ridiculous.
you know, we had that weird like black hand on the green background in the bottom of LOL Who. There's another one of those coming
Dark
up.
hand, yeah.
Oh my god!
These guys are the Death Strike.
I've seen that symbol
Oh,
before.
yeah,
but I
It's
thought,
because
was
it's
that
the
in a
Rainbow
quiz?
Warriors. It's the Rainbow
similar
Warriors.
to the Rainbow
Oh.
Warriors. Yeah. But the Death
These
Strike
guys have no
some...
lore, don't right?
let me just
Do
check
they?
because I'm sure it's ringing a bell for a reason.
Didn't Dreadanon do that in the quiz answer when we did?
Maybe they also
Probably.
fought against the horrible things in the stars. we
Death
can't see.
Strike.
I love the nightmare engine of the pale wasting. That name goes so hard. What is it? Fuck you.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, okay. It's just a case of
Yeah, Dreadanon says he remembers that name from the Dreadanon. Sorry, DJ B said he remembers the name.
Yeah. They're just
Oh, you must
like...
have been watching for a while.
DJ Beast is
Yeah.
like
been
the
with
if
us for a long
Lorecrimes
time.
has 100 fans, I'm one of them. If Lorecrimes has one
Yeah.
fan, I'm one of them.
He's
Yeah.
a veteran, and we
Ride
love you
or die.
forever.
Love you, DJ Beast.
Yeah, Death Strike are just their claim to fame is they look similar to the Rainbow Warriors. Oh well. Imperial Fist successors, no one cares.
I'm happy with the placement.
D.
Oh,
These
we're only on
guys
D.
are the Destroyers. White Scar successors, they're going up to B tier.
Sure.
No.
Yes.
Just having the White Scar's name
Yes.
behind you is cool.
Disciples of Caliban. Dark Angels, obviously.
It's a
Wow,
decent
it's-
name. Decent name.
Pretty cool badge.
What is that? Like a hand griffin with a sword?
Here's a fun one. Doom Eagles, Ultramarine successor. And
Ah.
These are the depressed Ultramarines.
These are
I was
super
wrong
depressed.
about the ones before. Who
Yeah.
were the ones before?
I can't even remember anymore.
Death Eagles.
Death Eagles. There's something else. The Doom Eagles are the sad ones. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
There's one in the
sure
omnibus for the Black Angels.
when I painted my
Jeez,
first
boring.
ever Warhammer army, Battle of Macragge, I painted them as Doom Eagles.
Hmm.
And I didn't even know what they were, really.
Doom Legion.
They're cool, I
Leave it
think. I
there.
don't
It
remember.
is what it is.
Like how done Hal is like, just leave it.
Uh,
Doom Warriors. Lol who. Dragon Lords.
Dragons.
These are one of the few non-Ultima Salamander successors.
See?
So
What?
not much lore, to be fair.
Who the heck are these guys?
Another one. Dragon Spears. These are
Salamander's successor, another the last
Cringe.
Ultima one.
Cringe.
They actually have kind of the more nicer schemes. Those
Hmm.
are very pleasant, just like sort of off desaturated teal, nothing
Yeah.
special.
Teal boys. These guys are the Eagle Warriors.
Oh, I vaguely remember them being
Eagle.
neat.
Emperor's
Put
Hand.
put that hand down there. I don't care
Emperor's
who they are with their
Emperor's
lores. Put it
hand.
there.
Wait, make sure they're high fiving.
Yeah. Exactly.
Nice.
Emperor's Hawks. Lol who.
You didn't even ask us what we thought.
By
you
the
just
way,
shoved it in.
yes, everyone, we're in the Emperor's section. Emperor's Scythes.
You put that one in D tier because
Yeah.
it confuses you with the size of the emperor.
That's
Monty
a
the
fun one.
Ogre, he's put their cannibals. Which ones? The dragon.
Oh,
Yeah, the
that's
dragon spears. Are the
Oh,
ones
yeah,
where
Oh
they eat.
yes,
yeah.
yes.
They eat the dead, or they eat people, so they don't be able to keep the memories
Oh,
going.
Aesthetically, at least, here's a fun one. Emperor's Shadows. Samurai
S
Space
tier.
Marines.
Oh, yeah,
S tier because
they
the
have no
single picture
lore,
of them
but
that
they're
exists
cool.
is so cool.
Yeah, they're like a White Dwarf homebrew
yeah, right,
chapter,
fine.
basically.
They're really cool.
But they're cool.
They at least have style more than anyone. Emperor's Shields. Lol who. Emperor's Spears.
Tridents?
Uh,
Nice.
Oh,
these
they
guys are
actually have a
actually cool.
book. They
These
actually
guys
have
are
a
actually
book.
These
cool,
guys are
yeah.
cool. I really like them. I want them to be an A.
Although, to be
They're
fair,
like the Celtic guys, right?
leave them in A because for the sole reason of I think they're Aaron Dembski Bowden, the author's like homebrew chapter, and
Yeah.
he made a book about them, and then
Ah.
he's never spoken about them or mentioned them since.
Yeah,
Wow.
they're like picked warriors.
Huh.
They're really cool. Emperor's Storms, Emperor's Swords, Emperor's Warbringers,
Cool name.
Emperor's Wolves. Last one.
It's like a hog on that one.
Yeah, Excoriators, second founding Imperial
I've
Fist.
heard of these guys.
Kind of fun, but they have like no. They're the only second founding Imperial Fist ones, I think, other than this. They have like a little bit of art. It's the Fist Exemplar that
Are
have
they
no
really
art.
second founding?
They're second founding, yeah.
Surely it can't be.
Yeah, it's them, Black Templars, Crimson Fists, and Fist Exemplars.
And
They're just like-
Soldiers, I think.
No way, these guys are second founding.
They're
Oh,
second
they
founding.
are. What the heck?
They are.
Oh, Executioners.
Wow.
There we go. Jinx.
They're A tier
Jinx.
at least, right?
I like
yeah,
them.
the Fafnir ran
They're cool.
Legend of the Horrors Heresy and Imperial Fist. would go on, known for his iconic dual-wielding axes and great friend of Sigismund, who would go on to found that chapter. I don't know what they're particularly known for, although they do show up again in the Badab War with, as I mentioned earlier.
They had a blood debt with the Astral Claws. That was the only reason they were
and they
involved.
side against the Imperium, and then they kind of changed their mind.
They had a debt, and then eventually they're like, we're not that stupid. But they're pretty cool. They have like 3 chaplains per company, and they have death tallies. So they like to collect skulls and then clean them, and they're like, chaplain, I have done this big kill. And they're like, cool, you're ready for promotion.
Gets a pat on the head. Well done. Well done.
Yeah,
good,
they're pretty
good
cool.
little boy. Ooh, what's that symbol?
Exemplars.
Never mind.
Exorcists. Exorcists
yes.
are cool.
These guys are
they
actually
get dunked
cool.
on in Hammer and Bolter really badly by Lucius.
For people who are listening, does anyone want to explain what's special about the Exorcists? Do you know, Colin?
There are Space Marines.
Aren't these guys successors of the Grey Knights?
Are they the ones that get possessed and then come back?
They're theoretically Imperial Fist successors.
Okay.
Aren't
they get possessed and then the demon goes away, or they just die, or they go crazy and then the demon stays in there.
And then they go kill him. He's not
they're
worthy.
basically invisible to other demons, and they know how to kill them and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
they're the Inquisition's own little Space Marines too, sort of.
Fire Angels.
Never heard of them.
That's a weird looking picture too.
Firehawks are kind of cool. They're in the Dab.
Oh, they're cool.
These are the guys
possibly the Legion of the Damned.
Oh yeah, possibly Legion of the Damned. These guys.
Put them in B.
That's kind of their only thing going though.
Yeah,
I mean, that's pretty cool though.
Yeah,
guys, we've only got a few more fires. Firehawk. Sorry, not Firehawks.
We have a donation though by Eldritch, the Old Great One. Fantastic name, brother. Thank you. He says, "I've arrived late and don't know all the symbols. Where's the Minotaur's rank?
You're not that late.
If you think we're anywhere near the M, you have much more hope."
Somebody
stop scrolling down.
No,
it's already 5 o'clock. Oh my god!
It would be funny if someone said, "Can you name all of them after you justify your opinion?"
All right, let's get through some of these quickly. Firelords, meh.
Nah.
Last fire one, Flame Eagles.
They're cool.
It's cool, but I don't.
They have some lore. Okay, whatever.
I'll put them in D. Flesh Eaters.
Sure. Oh, yes, T.
That's an orc symbol. I'm pretty sure.
That's the
yeah,
that
that
cannot be
looks
the
like
flesh
an orc
terrorist
that.
symbol.
That's the Flesh Eaters symbol. They eat.
Oh, flesh eaters. I don't know.
But the
who
thing
they
is,
are
they
anymore.
don't actually eat flesh. That's just what they're called. And everyone's like, "You eat flesh?" And I'm like, "No." They're a weird Blood Angel successor, and they're really honorable.
I don't know who they are. Sounds like
but-
more Blood Angels goofball stuff.
Flesh Terrors.
Yeah, they're S tier.
Yeah, they have good. They have decent lore and novels, and although to be fair,
Seth is such a cool model.
they do have the only Warhammer book I've never managed to finish
Yeah.
was the 40k Flesh Terror book, and it was
the
so
one with the chaplain
god
Apollos on it.
awful.
I've heard it's bad, but I haven't listened to it yet.
I thought it couldn't be that bad. It's the one with the chaplain on it.
Yeah, Apollos.
It was so boring. Oh my god.
Fulminators. They have some art, and they're getting like stuff recently with a game, but they're kind of mid. So I'm just gonna put them there. Golden Griffins. Cool art,
Don't know.
but
We're kind of more like passengers in this bit now when we get to the one we don't know.
Golden Halos, lol who. Gorgons, lol who.
Oh no, I know those.
Weird symbol.
I think I'm pretty sure they're Ironhand. Yeah,
Iron
leave them there.
Hands,
Leave them in
surely.
D.
Griffin Lords.
That rings a
Oh.
bell, and I don't know why.
Guardians of Celeste.
Don't
A
know.
lot of these are lol who's.
Oh,
There's
know
a
these
lot of them.
guys.
Guardians of the Covenant.
I was wrong.
And there with the other, we've just like swapped the color scheme really blatantly. Halo Dragons.
I like Halo. Put them in S tier.
Hammers of Dawn. They're a real chapter.
I've seen that. I think they have
Yeah.
These guys actually have quite cool armor.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
black
wow,
and
From
gold.
OWN, TRY50. I don't know what currency that is, but thank
Oh,
you.
it's light. Hello,
Wrath of the Lost should have never been written. I
Yes,
assume
he
it's
knows the
Flash
book I'm
Tales.
talking about. That
Thank you,
thing.
thank you for the monies.
Cheers, light. Harbingers. Well, who?
Clearly
Harbingers
not.
of what?
Hawk Lords. These guys are rave. No, they're all
Purple,
aren't
purple.
These guys have the weird. These guys are the most craziest color scheme. They're just such.
they? Opulent.
It's too much, honestly.
Helion Legion.
That's a
Lol.
cool symbol.
Cool name.
It's pretty
Put
cool.
it in D tier just for that cool name
Okay.
and symbol.
All right, Colin. Here's one for you. Heralds of Ultramar. D tier.
Hell yeah.
There you
go.
Honored Sons.
That sounds
All of that's every
Gilliman.
space marine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a fun one. Hospitaliers. So Imperial Fists, they're like
Ah.
medics and stuff. I'll give
Cool.
them this.
Are
I'll give them
they?
a
They've
C.
got the
think
They've got the
just trying to, like,
Templars. Now they need the
Stealing this
Hospitallers.
from the
I believe so. Oh, Howling Griffins.
Howling
S
Griffins,
tier.
they're S
S
tier.
tier.
They're
They're
great.
cool.
Just screaming into the void, going. Ah!
Just don't
I
ever.
forget which
paid
GW
them.
writer it is, but one of them's got a pretty cool army of the Howling Griffins.
Nice. Imperial
Oh, that's cool.
Castellans. Lol who.
Oh no, but
Lol
there's a
who.
neat little thing there.
Imperial Here we go. The Imperial ones. Imperial Harbingers. Lol who.
Another Blood Bowl symbol.
Imperial Hawks. Lol who. Imperial Paladins. Lol who.
Oh, the Imperial parts.
What is this?
Imperial Stars.
this?
Lol who.
Imperial
Star
Star can't be
Years.
real.
Lol who. It is real. Imperial Reavers. Last one. Lol who.
You give them D tier. They have Ultramar.
Oh, you want to say Ultramar? Inceptors. There you go.
For-
They're an Ultramarine.
Hey.
Yeah.
Successor. Inceptors. Invaders.
I vaguely remember them.
I feel like it is
Not
getting
enough
made
to
up.
care, I
Right.
guess.
For those who are
I've heard of them
listening, like
before,
kind of
but I
new
don't-
to Warhammer, you're
I'm
thinking,
gonna put them there.
surely these guys, like, there's I'm daunted by how much lore I have to learn. We don't know any of these
Alright.
things.
Yeah, they
Invictus.
just-
Lol who. This is a kind of fun one. Iron Champions. Executioner Successor. I'm going to put them in D just because of that.
That's
That's
quite
neat.
rare.
Yeah, it's one of those rare successors of successors. Iron Crusaders, lol who. Iron Fists, lol who. Iron Hawks, lol who. Iron Hounds, lol who. Iron Knights.
Dog.
Oh, the next
they
one
are
coming up,
Imperial
though.
Fists.
I know that one.
Oh, you know, who's this then?
Which one?
Iron Lords.
Iron Lords. I
Iron
love them.
Lords, by the way, they should go top of B because they kind of have cool lore, which is that
Mhm.
they are an Iron Hand Successor chapter and they exclusively defend one system because there's a Xenos race that they have to constantly battle against for the sole purpose of containing it, because they believe that if the Tyranids ever got the biomass and DNA of this, basically they would wipe the galaxy.
Yeah.
There's something special about these
That's
Xenos race.
cool.
So they literally have been. The only downside is their scheme is dog shit.
Yeah.
But-
Do you know what? I really like. I always thought like if I wanted to write a book, I'd love to write one for the Iron Lords. I have this idea of like them having like chains where they take a piece of armor from their fallen brethren from their companies and they have to wear them as capes. And I was like, that'd be quite cool. You can have like that
Fair.
honor system.
Well,
Anyway.
it's like speaks about them how like they basically a lot of them like sacrifice themselves quite bravely for this duty. Suppose I suppose like they can't seem to kill these Xenos. I think it's the Xenos you've never even seen. But it's like a rare and it's like a virulent.
They're called
one.
the Oogly Booglies.
Cool.
Iron Ravens. Well, who? Here's a fun one. Iron Snakes. They're fun.
These guys are
Yeah,
these
they're
show up in
cool.
a few things.
Yeah.
In Gaunt's Ghost, I
tier.
believe as well.
Yeah, in Gaunt's Ghost, and they have their own 2 books called something or other.
There's a
I
few
can't remember what it
artworks with one of them, and he's got like he has like lightning claws, and he looks pretty cool.
is. Something of an eye. I can't remember what it's called. I've got them on my audiobook list. Part of my ever-growing list of books.
We're making it through. We're chunking through. Don't worry.
Iron Talons, White Scar successors. They're going in C tier because I said
Just
so.
being virtue of Ultramarine or White Scar, they seem to get a boost, and I don't like that.
Here's a fun one. Knights Abhorrent.
That's
It's a cool
but I
name.
don't know them.
Put them in D just for fun. Here's one. Knights of Byzantium. Iron Hands Purple Boys.
Weird.
I have seen
Purple.
these.
Dope.
Purple.
Byzantine, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knights of Byzantium.
That's all I've got.
We've got more. We're in the Knights area, guys.
Oh,
Knights
no.
Eternity. Knights of
Nope.
Eternity.
No idea.
Oh, here's one. Hal. Knights of Blood. pretty
these are
dope.
the
They're great.
they turned into renegades and they eventually return back to the devastation of Baal. Just to essentially they die as a chapter and they reject
Yeah.
Kabanda, the demon,
Yeah.
in the very last end.
Cool.
It's very cool.
He has a big jaw of him. He's
we-
like, "You ain't shit, Cabanda." He's like, "What did you say?" And
Did we skip Crimson Sabers? Sorry, I interrupted.
I think because they're traitors, they're in my war bands folder, so they're not in this
Oh.
Um,
one. Sorry, guys. Knights of
That is
Dawn.
okay.
Lol.
No one's is anyone here a big
no.
fan of Dawn? Just wondering.
He's fine.
He's fine.
Yeah,
He's fine.
he's okay.
He's
he has
there.
a cool quote.
Knights of Griffon or Griffone. Griffone.
Is that
I
ever a
suppose.
reference to Berserk in some way? Because
Maybe.
nah.
Knights of the Chalice, Blood Angels, they're fine. That's just what we say for them. Knights of the Raven. Guess who these guys?
How
are
is that
successors
not
of?
just the Raven Guard symbol?
I know it's
It
pretty
is.
similar, but
Like
you'll-
that's not
It's
even like a
extra feet,
rip-off.
but
That's
you'll
it.
note the trim is white, so it's not the same.
Whoa.
Lamenters go to the top. Let's put them at the top. Where they deserve to be. Mentimors. Where are they going in the list? Better than
Shouldn't they
Conqueradons?
rightfully go in D tier? Because they should just. That's just
Oh,
how it is.
no,
They just lose. Right?
Declan Gray says, "If Dawn has 0 fans, I'm dead." Hashtag Dawn fanboy.
Good to
Appreciate
have
you, brother.
here.
Appreciate
Fair
you.
enough.
Holding
Someone
the
has
last
to
wall
be.
up.
All 3
Manning the
Dawn fans
barricade.
out there are actually
Right.
losing it right now, and it's okay.
American
All right, well,
Marines
that's
chapter.
2 more than the Iron Hands fans.
For some
Yeah,
reason, boys,
that's fine.
this reminds me of Action Man or what's
How
it?
is that a
Cobra
space?
Kai.
Who?
G.I.
Honestly,
Joe.
You know what these guys are
who
called?
designed that one?
No. What are
Legion
they
of
called?
Night.
Wow.
Fortnite?
That
Fun fact: Legion of the Damned.
Fortnite.
Got to get them up the top.
Legion of the Damned is
Oh.
pretty sick, to be honest.
Yes,
Yes,
thank you, Heberick, for the 8-month member. You have the same default photo that my buddy has. Random thing that came to my mind. Warbands next week. Next 2 weeks. Yes,
Maybe.
potentially. And then Own again for the TRY monies. Also, if
Thank
I
you,
see
like.
anyone defending Howling Griffins, I'll find you and we'll rant about them to you. They hurt my boys, Soul Drinkers, and Soul Drinkers rule. You know what they
Mhm.
do rule.
Like Soul Drinkers. That's all you need
I love
to know.
me Soul Drinkers.
But he's their number
Fortnite.
1 fan. He loves them.
Mm.
So when I started my channel, ever since I've started the channel, he's been in my Discord going, "When are you doing Soul Drinkers?" Well, I'm like,
Oh, yeah, I
when
remember.
I can do them justice, I'll do them, but not right now.
I'm gonna be doing them this year.
Colin, Ultramarines
6
logo.
novels though. 6 novels.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm reading them.
I don't know who they are, but put them up.
They're called they're called the libators because they drink, I suppose. They're like wine. maybe.
The
Libators?
libators.
Sick.
It's a
What
wine
the hell
cup.
is
It's
that
got an
name?
ultramarine logo. I'm going to put them in C.
Okay.
Liberators.
They're purple.
Cool.
Who?
Purple.
Purple.
Lion Warriors.
I like the picture.
No.
No.
Mantis
Mantis
Warriors.
Warriors.
Mantis
S2.
Warriors.
I love Mantis
We
Warriors.
love me
They're so
Mantis Warriors.
freaking
I feel
cool.
so bad when in that artwork where Tiberius, the red wake of the Kakaron, is
Yeah,
like literally
looming
one
over
of
the
the
guy.
fire
He's
asunder.
Just
bricking it.
looming over one of them.
Yeah.
Hey, have you ever
Very
seen an Astartes shit his pants? Front row seats.
That's the closest
Ah.
thing it came.
I like these guys.
Oh, yeah.
Marauders, White Scar Successors. They're going
Oh,
up
yeah,
a few
I-
ranks.
I've heard their name before
I'll
in a
take
few
your
short
word for it.
stories.
I'm putting them in B because
Thank
I'm
you,
I might have
Robert.
to
But they're
zoom out
good.
again, Andy.
Oh, who's this? This is the Marines August. Ultramarine
stupid.
Successor. Oh, Marines Errant. These guys are great. I like these guys.
Are they?
They're a fleet-based chapter.
They're just Space Marine Space Marines.
Yeah.
And I'll keep it real with you.
What's
Well,
unique
That's
about
this
their
them?
whole
list.
Yeah,
their
but-
whole thing is they like
Yeah,
crusading.
But can I tell you a cool story about one of them, please?
Sure.
So he was captured. He's part of the Death Watch. He was captured by the Dark Eldar and taken to Camorra. And him and his mates, who were Knights Errant, Marines Errant, escaped Camorra. They're like the only ones who've ever done it. It's like, yeah,
That's
that's
cool.
that's Marines Errant.
Technically, some salamanders broke out when Vex was doing something.
I think
So that's
Anshi
that.
actually broke out. Shout out to Anshi.
Is Anshi a Space Marine?
No.
Then it doesn't count. Okay. Right. Next one is Marines Exemplar.
I've heard of
Oh,
it. The symbol's
boys.
cool, but nah.
Marines
Oh.
Malevolent.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
they
S
need
tier,
to.
S tier. Oh, I freaking love them so much.
Why do you love them? They're
So-
such dicks.
Because people
suck.
hate them so much, and people like cry.
Do you want to give the context,
to
Eli, for why people are so
the
marmite on
Marines
them?
malevolent love
title
achieving their
might-
mission no matter how many civilians they kill,
Yeah.
and they're just like huge jerks, and I don't know, they get the job done though, and they make people sad. So S tier.
Yeah.
Tucson of the
And they have a cool
salamanders
scheme.
punched one of them in the
Yeah.
face.
I've
Yeah.
just finished a video on Tucson. I had the bit where he's just there like going and scowling at the camera. Like, yeah, that's the face he pulled when the Marines Malevolent bombed 4,000 civilians to stem a bit of the orcs for a
Oh
few
my
hours.
gosh.
Like, you guys are just dicks.
I mean,
But
they
it's
always
great.
win. To be fair, they have like a flawless combat record.
But the thing is, the captain in charge was called Vineyard. I was like, you're named after a wine field. Vineyard.
They kind of
pretty
defeat
sure-
the whole purpose of like.
Isn't there law like
being
they
Space
didn't?
Marine
They got
means,
they got ultra, they got Primaris reinforcements because they found a custodes who was like injured and guarding some of the things. They basically nicked it off his dead body. Like that's how they got Primaris Marines.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's new lore.
They were literally like we got
I
off
don't
the
know new
back of
stuff
a back of a
very well.
truck. But the
Pretty
truck was
much.
Estonian. Masters of Protolus.
Never
Don't know.
even. That's not even.
That's
come
quite the
on.
name.
Right, hold on. Mentors, my favorite chapter.
Oh, yeah.
They're going at the top. Sorry, boys.
Is
Sure,
it?
they're
Do you think it's
S tier.
still canon that part about one of them has met the Emperor?
I like to
Yeah,
believe so.
I think they're
Yeah.
great.
Supposedly, like for people listening, the Mentor chapter pretty much does what it says in the tin, and they essentially work with Imperial Guard, and they often spread out and act as like sort of how like early Emperor's Children Legion would, where they act like champions for Imperial Guard companies, and they direct.
But
and-
I also love they've been around since like the original Space Marines, and originally on the tabletop you could have one in your army as like a special
Yeah.
unit. And I was like, oh, it's such a shame that that's no longer a thing where you have little tiny details like that. Where you could be like, here's a
Mhm.
mentor, and he's there kind of with his notebook going, all right, guys, let's see your battle formations. That's a
Oh,
C
also,
plus.
Like this comment reminded me that Dreaded On had a lot of funny Marines Malevolent videos back in the day, and that's one reason why.
The
Also why I
Game
like
Boy
them.
one I love, where it's just like, well, that's a good job. We bombed that orphanage. All right, here, guys, you're not going to believe me. Do you know what these guys are called?
The Marines something.
They're called the Meta Marines.
The Meta Marines.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, here's one.
Wow.
Minotaurs.
Minotaurs, they get S tier
Minotaurs,
for
we
me.
finally
I think
hit
they're
them.
Cool. Asterion Moloch is pretty freaking cool.
Who win the
Yes.
fight, Tiberos or Asterion?
I think Asterion would.
Colin, do you want to
debate.
give
He's
a
fought Custodes, hasn't he?
for people listening? Colin, do you
has.
want to explain
He
quickly the
can.
Minotaurs just for the uninitiated?
They're the High Lord of Terra's personal attack dogs. If they don't like you, they throw the Minotaurs at you, and the Minotaurs attack in full chapter strength every time.
Yep.
So they have a habit of kicking the shit out of other Space Marine chapters that did something that the High Lords don't like.
Yeah.
And their chapter master was going to get in a fight with the Captain General of the Custodes.
Hmm.
And Mr. Captain General looked at him and went, I don't know how to beat him.
Well, yeah,
pretty
it's
cool.
like Valerian, who's like the shield captain, is like, I fought a lot of
shield,
people
yeah.
in my time. I don't know how I would fight this guy because he's so like unknown. And there's like rumors that he's died several times, but he
Yeah,
always
he's-
seems to come back. So like, is it the same
Yeah.
guy? Is it
Yeah,
Or he's
I
even
think,
a robot.
Like, I think he's been on some ships that have like exploded.
Yeah,
And he
and
still
been
shows
launched
up
into
later.
space, and he's like, yeah, no problem. And he's possibly from Iron Warrior gene seed because Minotaurs, maybe they're Iron Warriors traitor gene
Yeah.
seed. We don't know.
And they
Ooh,
stole loads
mystery.
of relics from other chapters. I'm pretty sure they have like loads of any chapter that's done like gone down bad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, gone bad, not down bad. That's a different concept.
The thing is, they're
they
like
basically
also-
take their relics as like a sort of like haha,
Trophies.
get us back later.
And the
Maybe
thing
not.
is, they're really buddy with the administratum. So like the guys who do all the taxes are like their best friends. So you're like, yeah, they've
Yeah,
got all
so
the best.
they're
gear.
like one of the oldie institutions of the Imperium that gets their shit on time.
Yeah, and they get the best armor and weapons. It's like, oh, I see.
A big win for D Doyle in the chat. He secured the Bretonia box set. Good man.
Oh, Colin's raging.
Look, I appreciate that, what has to be done to keep the old world going is what has to be done.
Well, yeah, as we say this at the time of recording, the old world has just launched, and we're desperate to keep that. I mean, GW, you can tell that they're testing the water currently with it.
Yeah.
Well, I think the water's been pretty successfully tested because half the things in
Yeah,
the
for
store
real.
when I checked were sold
Yeah.
out.
We
People
got
are
$5
hungry.
from Eldritch, the old great one again. Thank you.
Thank you,
S
brother.
tier, the correct choice. Their chapter master is the most melee out of the melee. That man got no range, but he don't need it when 30 feet kill zone. That's right, baby.
Leonidas in space.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here's another one, guys. Mortifactors. We're Ultramarine
They're really
successors, and we
cool.
eat dead people. Fun.
I give them A
These
tier.
guys are quite cool. There's like I've heard a small short story part about one of them serving on the Death Watch, and then he actually had another Mortifactor on the Death Watch with him, and he and his friend, which is quite rare in the Death Watch apparently, like to have another one of your chapter, and
Unless
his,
you're a Crimson Fist, because there's loads
yeah,
of them.
and his other Marine died, and they often collect like the ashes of their fallen, and they basically keep them. And,
They did leave the Lamenters to die, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of.
Although-
a
But,
thing.
that's par for the
El
course.
Bozo.
So.
I have started the Uriel Ventress books, and like the first one is the Ultramarines and the the Mortifactors, and they're like, "Oh, we get to see our long lost brothers. I wonder what they're up to." And they're like, an hour later, they're like, "I never want to speak to these guys again. I hope we never interact with them. They are just weird, and I don't like them."
They smell
Yeah.
funny.
They're like the chapter master's like, "Chaplain, tend to the warp to find like what we need," and they're like, "Don't use the warp," and you're like, "No, it's fine because we've done this for a while." And like, "Oh, the codex says no, it's bad in the book." Here's a fun one: Necropolis Hawks.
Don't know that.
I was just thinking, like,
They
do
have
you ever
some
wonder if like an
data.
Ultramarine just straight up throws the codex at someone's face? Just as they're like,
You
just
know what it'd be
a
like?
bam, this is not
It'd
codex.
be like
compliant.
in Dark Tide, the Ogrim with the rock, just and just kills anything it hits. Nemesis chapter. These guys are
They sound familiar.
Ultramarine successors. They were made entirely, I think, out of destroyers from the Ultramarines Legion, so they like blowing shit up. And they're pretty relentless. They'll go and see, I suppose.
Okay.
Right, we're getting for it. Night Watch.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Don't have any
Nova-
opinions.
Nova Marines.
Nova Marines, they're A tier. Actually, they're S
Racists.
tier. They're S tier.
Maybe not S tier. Maybe not S tier. Come on.
If Baltimore was here, he would give
Oh,
them
he
S
loves them,
tier.
doesn't he? Very
They're
blue.
really cool.
Should we put the Minotaurs at least above Crimson
Oh, yeah,
Fist?
sorry.
Just because some people might look
Crimson
at that.
Fists. Excuse me.
No, I'm going to put them there.
That's
Yeah,
I'm
that's
going
fair.
to put them there. Because Black Templars are way
I think Nova Marines are S tier, but I'll
Put them at the top
give
of
it-
A. How about that?
okay.
Okay.
Ain't
We're
no
getting
one
through
feel
it,
that
guys.
strongly
Look at
about
that.
Nova
We're almost
Marines.
there. We're almost there. So Nova Wings, who?
Who?
Yep.
There's going to be a lot of these, by the way. Omega Marines, who? Patriarchs of Ulixis.
Wow.
That does
a
sound
lot of
cool, though.
Ultramarines ones. But
It does sound
Yeah.
cool, I won't lie.
Penitent Blades, another Dark Angel successor. I'm going to put them
Don't know.
because I know who they are. They can go there.
Okay.
If you've heard of them, it goes above
Well,
LOL.
did Sons of did the Red Corsair sneak on here?
Yeah, there
Where
is.
are you looking? Where are you looking?
On below, on the
Oh,
Right in
this
the
one.
middle.
no,
No,
not
no,
even on the
in-
list.
we're not there yet.
Oh,
Oh my gosh! I see another
God.
Iron Warrior successor symbol.
Whoops, I've seen that.
Oh my gosh!
These guys are just called the Penitents. No.
Oh, this looks like a Bretonian.
No, this is-
Yeah,
it's
whoever
a
designed
thing.
that,
Empire
Praetors of
Legion.
Orpheus.
He just
Chapter
slapped
badge.
an Ultramarine logo.
that
Praetors of
sucks
Orpheus.
aggressively bad.
It's like Averlands, but blue and Ultramarine.
Also, I know this looks chaosy. It's not. This is the Prime Absolvers.
sure,
better than the
thing.
regular Absolvers.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. We've got a fun one. Rainbow
Rainbow
Warriors.
Warriors.
Yeah.
They deserve an S tier.
There we go. Put them in S tier. Why
Shouldn't
not?
be successor chapters.
Yep.
Let's put them above the Marines and Malevolent.
They
just
were
so it's
one
like-
of the founding legions.
Good
They're-
Yeah,
but they're
flashbacks.
not now.
Although looking at it, look how similar those two are. It's
Yeah.
like
There is
Yeah.
one that was
I mean,
earlier that looked like.
it's like
that
imagine if you
single.
like sent your kid to school and went, "I want you to draw the Marines Malevolent logo," and that's what you got. Like,
I don't think
Uh-huh.
kids. I mean, this is the question. Like, I don't think kids should really know Warhammer lore.
they should.
I was like 10 years.
Um,
I was 12 years.
Rampages, White Scar successors, they're going into C tier at least.
I mean, you wouldn't
sounds like
make
a
your
White Scars
kids
game.
read about the Demonculaba, would you?
I would.
We'll see. We'll see. It's
Ah,
the
You can
it's-
get them into the world soon. They can start paying taxes.
Raptors, S
oh,
tier.
Raptors get S tier. They're pretty neat.
Marines.
For those who are
I
listening,
want to say A tier.
the Raptors are kind of
What?
essentially the most sensible Space Marines, so like
Yeah,
chapter
sensible space marines go
ever.
into bottom of
They
the
kind of
series.
operate like a normal army in a way. They actually use camouflage
yeah.
and stuff. It's
They
pretty
put the
cool.
Marines in Space Marines.
He's the crows.
Raven Watch.
No,
Red
look at that.
Corsairs shouldn't be
But
here.
S tier.
No, we have to
I
put that
put
in
them at the
D.
bottom.
Five.
I-
Yeah,
they
okay,
should
they don't
be
deserve it.
here.
It's in the wrong folder.
Yeah.
Who we got here? We got the Red Dragons. Who?
Don't know.
Oh, here's a fun one. Red Hunters.
Oh, they're
Literally,
S tier. They're
the,
super cool.
the Inquisitor's pet Space Marine
think
army.
they're awesome.
Where they're like, we are Inquisitors. We have our own Space Marines.
And they just
Lol.
follow around sketchy chapters all the time.
Yeah,
They're cool.
and they're pretty crazy. Red Legion. Lol. Red Scorpions. They're pretty
Oh,
cool.
S tier.
This was a
Caleb
Forge
called
World.
my beloved.
This was the Forge World chapter, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Which was.
So
yeah.
yeah,
Do you want to explain that,
yeah.
Eli? Because I'm not 100% on the Red.
I don't.
Scorpions.
They probably don't have models anymore. But Caleb Collin was a dreadnought by the end of it. I think they fought in the Bad Ab War.
Yeah, they led
And-
the offensive for a long time.
They're suspiciously similar to word bearers and Emperor's Children. which is
They
nice.
also are one of the few chapters that believe the Emperor is a god. So they're like,
Yeah.
when they were doing the Badab War, their chapter master was the one who's like, "You're on, I'm going to get you for the Emperor, you get."
And
then
they hate Xenos extra more than everyone else.
extra more they do. They hate them.
And they love the Codex a whole
Oh,
lot.
yes, they do.
Do they have
Oh,
two
and-
chapter masters?
They do.
I think they have one
They
that's
split the
on
difference.
their home
'Cause
world
they've won-
and one
and they've
like
won in a dreadnought, right?
Yeah. I think
yeah,
so.
they have one like who does the ruling and one who does like the fighting.
Yeah.
I can't believe that there isn't a Bad of War novel. That's so sad. It's just like the
Oh,
Imperial Armor
by the
books.
way,
Maybe
lads.
one day. To be fair, they did just do Acadia Acadia
By the way,
Burns novel.
lads.
Yep. Colin?
Donation from
I-
Anthrax
oh,
Crab.
Andy.
Thank you, Anthrax Crab.
Thank you, brother.
Funny name.
Oh, he says my favorite
You
chapter.
name-
Oh, go ahead, Sokon.
No, you read.
No.
It's a disaster right now.
No, Colin, you do it.
No, it's about his name. So read the donation first.
Oh. My favorite chapter is the Angels of. Is it the Angels of Angels?
Yeah.
Whom due to the admin error must supply A to all chapters with Angels of Angels.
My favorite chapter is
funny.
the Emperor's Angels, Knights of Darkness,
Oh my god.
and they're dour and menacing.
My favorite is the Emperor's
Shit.
Angles because they spelled it wrong.
What
Morning
did I
Angle.
miss? Why are they yelling at my pancreas?
I don't know.
What?
What did I miss?
Has
Something?
not found stable employment.
I don't know what's going on.
But
Oh, that's
what I
funny.
wanted to say, completely unrelated. I need to sidetrack more. We will never be end with this.
We're
Is
getting there.
Anthrax Crab? The name reminds me of a Dragon Ball Z parody animation. Where they wish for Frieza's spaceship on Namek to be filled with spiders with big dicks. And he gets hit with a truck full of anthrax. It's the stupidest thing ever.
Oh, we have another
Oh,
Eldritch, the old
yeah.
great one. He's balling out today.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Eldritch.
He says, wanted to ask this for a while. Your choice of wife. You choosing a Tau, Sister of Battle, Eldar, or any demon which you pick. Colin, we know. I have a real wife.
L.
I mean, in terms of Warhammer choice,
I don't mean
like-
that.
If I could turn my wife into one of those, I'd turn her into a Sister of Battle probably. Because actually, then maybe an Eldar.
It's
Nah,
not.
Sister of
It's
Battle.
a
I
dangerous
think Sisters of Battle.
I'm
are cool.
glad they specified any demon if you pick. Yeah, I want a plague bearer wife.
I don't know. I to be honest, the only one I'd realistically be allowed to pick because of my ISP is Sister of Battle. But I'd actually like to marry a Sister of Silence because then I could get to know her. Because her whole life she would have been shunned by people, and I'd be like, "No, you're pretty. I really like your top knot, and you're strong and brave, and I love you." And
She
you
won't
should
talk
always-
back. Is that what you're going to say?
No, I'll learn sign language, and we will have tea and write books together and have a lovely time.
She also
Go to
carries a
Patrick.
massive sword
Then
around.
that's a bonus,
Two-handed.
yeah.
TJB sliding me up again.
Yeah. And no one takes
to
up
go-
seating near us because
Okay,
of the aura she projects. I'm like, I love you the way you are.
Yo, if my
like,
girl ain't walking around with a claymore at all
Exactly.
times, it's,
yeah, and
My,
golden
my
armor.
wife came in and asked me to explain what I would turn her into. And she was very pleased.
just say a devoted servant of the Lord.
Yeah, so she's
A living
I
saint.
told her that she's cool, so it's
He lies
alright.
on the couch.
It is a
tonight.
very cool.
Anyway,
So,
Almost done, boys. If people are listening,
How?
almost done, brothers.
Red Talons. It's Iron Hands' only good successor.
Oh,
chapter.
I
why
actually
why
know
do they do this?
D tier. Do you know why? Because I hate these guys. These are the
Aw.
Iron Hands that attack other loyalists.
Yeah.
They're iron hands,
Or
so they're
techno.
automatic D tier.
No, this is
Why,
the
why
guy.
are they all talons?
Or
Is
take
it
more?
because of the talons from the Horus Heresy?
It was
Is that
no,
the
because
thing,
it's
or-
one of the clans.
Yeah, it was
of
Clan
the
Morgul.
Medusa.
And they're all
And this,
talon things?
no, these were made up of the
of
Iron
that
Hand
clan.
successors
They
who were like,
oh, we have Clan Morgul, and there was several people in Clan Morgul who didn't die, and they were like, we'll make a chapter. So
these guys are actual like properly annoying. These are the guys who like they don't care about
They
the
give the
Imperium. They
Marines-
just care about vengeance.
they give
And
the
they were-
Marines Malevolent a bit of a run for their money because
Yeah.
was a bit of a dick.
They killed salamanders and
They did.
Ravengard and other
did.
things just for no reason.
and they hate.
All right, what we got?
Red Templars.
These are the
I
ones who
remember.
look like the fleur de lis. Oh, sorry, it is the fleur
Yeah.
de lis on it.
Here we
There's
go. More
some
red
space
guys.
wolves.
Red wolves.
That's
Red
just the Space
wolves.
Wolf symbol. What the
That's
heck?
not. They're not Space Wolf successor.
No,
Are they?
they're just called
No,
red
there's
wolves.
not.
They're not related.
But that's literally the Space Wolves.
I know they're not related. Neither is this one. They're not related. To the
Whoever
Space
comes
Wolves.
up with these shows up to work drunk every day.
But hold on, while I'm here, shadow wolves. Who are they? Right, test.
What
Who
the
are these
heck?
guys?
Ultramarines.
It's the same wolf
No,
symbol.
wait. Who are they? Who are they descended from?
Are they not Ultramarines?
No,
Imperial Fist.
Imperial Fist.
Salamanders.
Because
They must
they're
be
related
Imperial
to
Fist.
Hell's Reach because there's that bit where the ship crashes and Grimalda's like the shadow wolves. So they're meant
Huh.
they were Aaron Dempsey Bowden's wife's homeroom, I think.
Oh wow.
So
Listen,
that's
Aaron, I'm not gonna lie, it's the wrong symbol. But it's okay.
Relictors.
The skull.
that
looks cool,
that
but I
skull
don't
looks a
know
bit
really.
derpy. I won't lie. Like, let's be honest.
Ah,
So
Eyes
it
wrong.
goes to see. Oh, we know this one, guys. What's this one?
Do we?
Reclaim.
Oh yeah, it's this the
No,
they're the
Retributors.
Adeptus.
Yeah.
Sorry, the Astartes
The
guys. Yeah.
Retributors
Yeah.
from Astartes. S tier.
Retributors.
They did
Yeah,
so
they're
much for the
cool.
fan base. I'm putting them in.
it's
And
not
then
S
GW
tier. I
kills
bet
him.
A.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they
Astartes
are. I
goes
think they
hard.
deserve
I don't
S tier.
care.
Astartes is great.
No,
Although
Yeah.
it's supposed to be a skull in a hand, but I always see this as a jawline, so it just looks like a dirty
Tomb King.
robot from from Team Fortress 2. You know the robots with someone's
Yeah.
hand on his head,
Yeah.
which is a bit dirty
Nice.
but fun. Oh, here's another White Scars successor, I believe. Is it the Revilers?
Are they getting? Looks like they're
Oh.
getting shot in the head.
Who?
The Revilers.
Yeah,
Oh,
lol.
it's
They're
not
Who?
really-
getting,
actually.
they're getting the cat treatment.
Oh, these
Rift
guys are familiar.
Cobras.
Oh, never mind.
I have not
It goes
seen
hard, but I don't know
season
who they
whatever
are.
it is of Cobra Kai, but
Oh.
that's surely
Hold
not.
on.
Oh,
Hal.
Raven Guard.
Just put them with the other one. This one, completely distinct from this one. Do not complain.
It's
The
slightly more
background
white,
is slightly less
and
dirty.
it's slightly small.
Can you imagine if they like meet up in the same war zone? They both have to go like, "Well, this is a bit awkward. We're in the same
They're
outfit."
like, or they're on the wars and it's like, brother, it's like, I don't know you. It's like, oh yeah, sorry, wrong shade of white.
Oh, I've got to keep pushing. Do
you know what they're called, though?
Yep.
Rift
These one?
Stalkers.
That's
Um,
cool name.
That's cool.
Don't know him.
So these guys are the Sable Knights. They're Blood Angel successors because look at this symbol. Put them in D.
What have we put ourselves through, by the way, for this? This is so
We're
long.
almost
Oh, we-
done.
We're nearly there.
almost done.
Sable Swords.
No.
You suck.
I barely remember
Lol.
them.
Silver Eagles. Lol. Silver Guard. Lol. Right.
No.
Eli, who's
Iron
this?
Warriors put them in lol.
The Silver Skulls.
Yes, it is.
They deserve like B tier. I don't know. They're not that cool, but they are.
I mean,
Cool.
they're pretty
they,
cool.
They coat skulls in silver and then
Yeah.
put them in a trophy place, and that's
So
pretty
what?
neat.
So they're painters who can't be bothered to change their like, mistake.
That's kind of it. They're
How many
also
people
Ultimate
here are
successors, I think.
literally listening to this, and you've got the lead belcher on the paint?
Right, yeah,
right
that's what I'm
now.
thinking. It's
I
like they
bought
made
new
they
lead
made a
belcher the
mistake
other
with-
day. Or sorry, this is no oil. Different.
Ah.
I still use lead belcher. I'm not gonna lie, it's one of like the
So
best.
it's awesome. It's a
covering
goated paint.
paints. Yeah.
Lead Belcher is the tastiest paint.
It's tasty, yeah.
Ugh.
Silver
Although, like,
Templars.
Kraken, this looks tasty.
They have
Never
Tastes
heard
like
of
blood.
him.
They have really cool artwork, but I have no idea why.
Oh, I do
them.
know they have actual proper.
They have
artwork,
loads
yeah.
of cool art, and it's like, why?
Oh, also the Silver Skulls are a real chapter. They
Yeah.
were not. Yeah, some people I remember were saying when the Trays in the Infinite book came out that they were actually just a myth and that they were actually just Trays in the Infinite, but that's wrong.
And then you're
they
like,
were just
slap.
mistaken
No,
by him.
no,
They are
no.
real. It's just the statue was not of them.
Yeah, that's all.
Skull Bearers. Lol.
No.
Sky Sentinels. Lol.
I like the blue.
I hate this logo. He's wearing a
That's
beret.
silly.
What is that? This one's the Solar Hawks. Who cares?
Don't know.
Sons of
Oh.
Dawn. Lol. Sons of Gilliman. Lol. Sons of Jagatai. Lol.
Oh,
that's
that's
all
a
the
cool
sons.
symbol.
It is a cool symbol, and
Sons of
because it's also
Medusa is the
Jagatai,
cool
I'm
one.
Putting it
Mm.
up here because Jagatai.
Can we put in C tier Sons of
Um,
Medusa?
No. Where are Sons of Medusa?
Why? They're the ones who actually they had a
sorry,
civil
well,
war with the
well,
Iron
You
Hands.
rushed me.
Oh,
I
yeah,
wasn't
they-
ready
yeah, I
yet.
did a video
I
on
wasn't
them the
ready
other
yet.
day.
I wasn't ready.
They're like a bunch of
Doors.
successor Iron Hands put together into what did you
There
say?
was a
Doors?
civil war between the Iron Hands stuff,
Yeah.
and eventually they had to settle it by just splitting the chapters or splitting
Yeah.
the chapter
Yeah.
into two.
There was a schism about
cool.
belief
There's
with
some
the
cool fan art.
Mechanicus, and they have really good. They're like the best armed Space Marine chapter because they're so in bed with the Mechanicus, and they're like, "Yeah, we love you. Can I have that like multi-melter railgun?" Yeah, there you go.
What's
Yeah,
weird because
great.
even the Iron Hands before they go into battle, they don't say like for the God Emperor. They say like for the Machine God. So
Yeah.
it's actually kind of like
But
a
it was
weird
more of like,
twist.
is it for the machine god, or is it more like hail the machine god, or is it like how many prayers do we say to the machine god, or is it on a Sunday? Like that was the schism.
How much lube do you put on your dreadnought before you get in?
As much as you need. Sons of Aurora.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
This is a
Sons of
wacky symbol.
Sanguinius.
You made that up.
Sons of
Yeah.
Sons of Sanguinius, I'm going to put them there. They're kind of cool. They got a fun logo with
Sure.
the skull.
I think that is the
Challenge.
most hateable name because all of them are sons of one
Yeah.
prime micro.
To be
That
fair,
doesn't tell you anything.
Whenever I write a script and I say like Sons of Dawn, I'm like, I hope people don't think I mean like the Sons of Dawn, like this Sons of Dawn. It's like, no, not the chapter, the Sons of Dawn. I mean, in general, anyway. Sons of the Phoenix.
Oh, the secret
are these the-
Emperor's
Yeah,
Children
they get
one.
Emperor's
they get
Children.
A tier just for looking like Emperor's Children.
I love the logo, but it's like must be a bitch to paint, surely.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's
I'm
so
pretty sure you
fiddly.
can buy transfers of that one, so it's kind of cool.
Oh, fair.
Oh,
Oh, here we
Soul
go.
Drinkers S
Soul
tier.
Drinkers.
Soul Drinkers,
Soul Drinkers.
S tier, here we go.
Literally
There
top
you
of
go,
S
Light.
tier for me.
Light's been waiting for this
Overrated.
all stream, and now he's going to go.
We kind of don't want to. We don't want to spoil it, but we
I'm a
might.
master of baby mad.
Oh, guys, it's the derpy space sharks.
Oh, it's the original
What the heck?
Cocaridon
Well,
symbol.
here's the thing.
Really?
They're two distinctly different chapters, technically.
Hmm.
It's just look at
The
this
space
derpy
sharks
boy.
are a
It looks
different
like kind
chapter
of tribal, I guess.
to the
but-
Cocaridon.
Because originally they were the same
Wow.
thing, but then they were like, no, they're actually two different. And I'm going to put them in A because look at these derpy.
That
noses.
is
Yeah.
so bad. That's honestly
How
probably the
embarrassed
worst
would you
chapter.
be
to-
to be like,
Oh,
I'm an
gosh.
Astartes. Which chapter? Space sharks. Oh, I have to wear this every day.
I feel like if I
Oh,
see that
no.
symbol, I'm hearing like the Into the Spider-Verse cheer,
Hmm.
like doo. You know?
Oh, these guys are fun. These are the Star Dragons. They're Iron Hand
Oh, yeah,
successors.
they're cool.
They have a big friendship with one of the Blood Angel successors. I can't remember off the top of my head. And they're like best friends. So whenever they
There's
get into
already-
war, they fight with each other. And there's one point where the Blood
Wow.
Angels guys were like, we're kind of doing a penitent crusade. You should not get involved. And they're like, no, bro, you're my bro. I'll be with you, bro. It's like, I love you, bro. And so they're
That's
great.
already more lore than the
We're
rest of the Iron
docking.
Hand successors.
Yeah.
So good
No,
stuff.
don't say that word.
Oh, here's an interesting one. Star Phantoms. These are guys
Oh,
who
they're really cool.
they
They're
took
Ah.
the smack down on Huron.
And they also
like big guns.
they're also in the Night Lords trilogy
think-
as well.
Mm. I want to put them in
Pretty
A
neat.
because
Yeah.
they literally are the reason why Huron is like melty faced because they were the last chapter involved with the Badab War.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
like,
they're
we
the ones
are
who-
getting this finished. And oh no, here come the Star Phantoms. Poor guys.
We should say,
This
we should
one's weird.
we should both say we should tease. We're going to do another tier list after this, and it's going to be I think Skyrim companions
Yeah.
for the people listening. So if you're
Palate
wondering,
cleanser, shall we
if you're
say.
wondering, we're just doing a
If
bit
you're wondering when our
easier.
hell ends, we're almost there.
We're nearly there. Steel Confessors. These guys are weird, aren't they?
I
Like
remember them being neat.
super duper Mechanicus.
Oh yeah, are these the guys who were made by the Mechanicus?
Yeah,
I
they're
think?
made by them, and they were like, "That
They
sounds
get,
like some
they get
heresy."
B tier for
man."
having actual lore.
Yeah, they're like, "You shouldn't
Yeah.
be here." They're like,
Is everyone
"Wow."
C tier below got no law? It's pretty much.
Basically, I think.
I mean,
Kinda,
some of them
yeah.
do. Like Carmine Blades. Oh, this is the ones that are friends with. I'm going to put them with their friends. I think. Oh no,
Okay.
no, these are the ones that are Ultramarine pretenders. No, fuck that. I can't remember which one
Okay.
was.
We're so close, boys. So
Storm Callers. Yeah.
Are they white
No.
Scars?
No.
No?
Cool.
Just dudes?
Storm
That's a good-
Falcons.
Uh-huh.
Storm
Upside
Giants.
down, white
Storm
scars.
Giants goes up. Storm Giants is going up. It's White Scars. It's Shaban Khan. I'm putting it in A.
Sure, they can have A tier, I guess.
Storm Giants are like mega big, like White Scars, like giants. Yeah.
And they've been
Someone-
confirmed white scars.
Someone just put their pauldron
Oh,
on the
sorry.
wrong shoulder, and that's how that logo came about.
Yeah, literally.
Storm Hawks.
No, come on.
Storm Lords. Nope.
Oh, they are.
Oh, I'm
actually
sorry.
pretty
No,
good.
I was wrong. It's the Storm Giants are the salamanders who are giants.
Yeah,
The
that's
Storm Reapers,
Yeah.
I think, are Shabans.
Oh,
They're
don't
White
know.
Scars. I think.
I think it's Storm Giants were the salamander ones.
Yeah.
Them and the Black
Mantis,
Dragons were the only
Mantis
salamanders.
warriors are on the list there in S tier.
Yes, they're in S tier.
so are
Storm
the Red Scorpions.
Wardens. They have a lot of art.
Where are the Red Scorpions? The Red Scorpions are like
B
in
tier,
A,
I
I think, or A or B. Someone's
Yeah,
asking.
they're in A. I think if we put them in S, I think I got that.
It might be an S
Uh,
actually. To be fair, if we look at,
The
we'll have a look
yeah,
at the
yes.
end, brothers. Don't worry.
Yeah, true. Sorry.
These are the Storm Warriors. Who cares?
Who cares?
These
Is
are
that
the
the
Storm Wings.
Night
Who cares?
Lords. Just
We'll get
I,
there.
I've done a video on these next guys like a long time ago.
The Storm Watchers. They're a weird
Yeah,
video
they
game.
even- Oh, they're
tie-in
like
thingy.
They're from Inquisitor. That's
What's
why.
the
Yeah.
meteorologists?
Badum-tush.
Okay.
They're in the
They're just
Inquisitor
there.
game.
Green.
Subjugators.
That symbol, God.
Scythes of the
Oh, these guys are
Emperor.
cool. These are
Oh,
cool.
they're S tier. I think they just.
Ultramarine
Yes.
successors. They guard.
I love the four-armed
Else?
Emperor. I love the four-armed
Yes, they were
Emperor.
infected
A
by
or
gene
S?
stealers, and they got reborn.
I give them S.
S?
'cause I'm
Yeah,
biased.
come on, they
Cool.
deserve that.
No,
They were
there.
founded in the Horus Heresy-ish time.
This is the same
Taurens.
symbol as before.
Yeah. There's two.
I guess. Oh,
of
because we
them.
had twice. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, but I'll put them in. I'll put them in there. This next one, oh, this is such a weird logo. Look at this thing; it's so ugly because you can't really see the
Just a-
difference between the
Yeah,
shield and the
shooting
spiky
things looking
black
at each
box.
other.
Tempest Guard.
Yeah, never heard of them.
The Unnamed. I believe another.
Well, they're not
Dark Angel
unnamed
successor.
if they're
They are
named.
now.
Okay,
The Tiger Argent.
sounds
No.
cool, but I don't
Tiger Claws, Astral Claw
know. Oh,
successors.
yeah, they're cool.
That's kind of
Somebody
cool,
at
the
least.
fact that they still exist.
Someone
for
mentioned
me.
earlier, do we have any cat themed ones? There you go. Tiger Claws.
Meow.
There you go.
They were the ones who planted the seed in their brain. Were like, oh, you shouldn't follow the Imperium. They
Yeah, because they
we-
weren't allowed to rebuild.
yeah, we
That's
got lost and they dicked us over. Here's a fun one: Tome Keepers. Do you know about the Tome Keepers?
maybe at one point.
No,
They are the
no.
official Space Marine chapter of GW because they are like the Tome Keepers.
Oh, it's just like
Neat.
how Black Library's named after, or like,
Yeah.
the real question is it named after the craft world, or is the craft world named after the company?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you know this, Colin? Because obviously
Which
it's
came
like,
first?
Yeah, I don't remember which came first.
and why is it called the Black Library? Because all the other ones are like Ulthway.
Is it because it's
I
a
and,
spooky name?
I think
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
Dominatrix
surely it should
is-
sound elven. Or
Yeah, but it's
Eldari.
filled with just lore on chaos and shit. So
Yeah.
I think because these are the mascot of Games Workshop and because they have lots of really cool art, I'm going to put them in A. Sorry, guys.
God, I need Andy when there's a quiz coming up about Successor Chapters. If Andy's not by my side, we're not
if
winning.
there's a quiz about Successor Chapters, I'm leaving.
I was just thinking Colin's been very quiet this whole stream. I'm just
I think Colin's
just
ready
feel
to move on.
I'm scared to
I don't-
look at this camera in case he's like
Oh,
just
man,
fumbling.
yeah,
with,
There's not
like,
really
his
time to
stuff.
have an opinion on the
But
rest of
I'm-
this.
It's moving.
I know minimal about Space Marines in general, at least
Yeah.
compared to you gentlemen. These are like the scraping the barrel.
Do you know what I mean, guys?
And like
Sorry.
Go ahead, Colin. Go ahead.
I would say, like, I get why they exist. Like, I'm positive it's because it's like, hey, it's an official, in lore chapter, but it's a paint scheme for your army. Have fun with the lore,
Yeah.
and that's awesome. It's GW going, hey, look, we know there's all sorts of lore, but we make the minis too. Here's some for you to have fun with. That also means that ranking all of these bastards.
But at the same point, there are like 12 of them with slightly different hues of green, and you're like, we don't need
yeah.
this many green.
or that
Space Marines.
the eagle right up there, the
Yeah.
slightly
Yeah.
more white, slightly smaller eagle.
Yeah, slightly more
Controversial
tarnished.
opinion here, but what if all the rest of these were just in lol who?
Whoa.
I don't know any of them, so
There's
it's
gotta-
good for me.
There's got to be a
Yeah.
few we don't because there are some important ones here. But
I know one of those eagle ones.
yeah, well, let's get through these.
Let's
then.
go, let's go. Smash it out.
Valedictors, lol. This one is the Venators of Osiron, lol. This one is the Victors, lol. This one's the Void Tridents, lol. This one's the Vorpal Swords. They
Oh,
have
they're cool.
something
Name goes
cool.
hard.
They were in the Abyssal Crusade.
Yeah, we'll put them in D. This one is the War Bearers, not
Ah.
Word Bearers like some nerd.
The wall
The
bearers.
War Bearers.
Eldar
here's the
Craft
thing.
World tier list next. Actually, that's quite a good one. To be fair.
And this is a weird one. Here are two versions of the Warmongers. I don't know why. There's just two of them. Warriors Adepts.
I'm getting really annoyed with
maybe
these
I don't know
eagles.
them then.
Like these, the hook of the eagles.
Now, hey,
thing
to
is getting
be
worse.
fair, I think that one's a griffin.
Fair.
But it's not called the
Uh,
Griffins.
Warriors
Aye.
Tempest. I'll get through the rest of the lol who, because who cares? White Minotaurs. Then we've got White Panthers. Then we've got the White Templars. And then we've got the Yellow Jackets, which are a White Scar successor.
God, I can't believe
Bees.
it's literally a
Them-
bees.
yeah.
Or maybe
So
wasp.
here we're ignoring these guys because they shouldn't be here. So who are these? So these are the White Consuls. They're
Ah.
cool.
I've heard of them.
Ultramarine successors. Their captain has a really cool model.
Yeah, they're
And
cool. They're
they,
like governors, right?
Yeah, they're like, we're politicians, and I think they also have 2 chapter masters. I think this is the one you meant.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like one of them stays home and manages
Yeah.
internal affairs, and the
Yeah.
other goes off to
And
war.
they have this model that was released last year, I think it was, of one of their captains, and it's so good. I'm like, but no one knows who the white consuls are. That's a shame. It's just such a cool model. And here
In
are
the
the
Dawn of
Wolf
Fire
Wolves.
books.
Talked about Space Marine successors. We've been through all of these. None of them have been Space Wolf successors. Here they are. We've got the Wolf Brothers and the Wolf Spear. Now, the Wolf Brothers went a bit chaosy, so we're going to put them in D because
wasn't when like Lehman Russ was really excited, like, I got a successor chapter. I'm going to give them everything they need, and then their gene seed melted.
Yeah, they kind of became a bit messed up.
Did one of them become the 13th company, or was that just the 13th company?
Well, I think,
that was-
this symbol is kind of the 13th company symbol as it is. It's like, but again, this isn't like official. This is just like, I think, the best approximation of what they are. Because again, Space Wolves have got 2 successors. You might as well give them something. And this one is their Ultima founding, the Wolf Spears, which are pretty
They've
cool.
got some
Ultima
lore.
Founding.
They have a thing about they've met the Space Wolves and they're kind of
I'm
started.
over the fucking ultimate founding is my version of Ratonia.
They shouldn't exist. The whole point of Space Wolves is they can't have successor chapters.
Yeah.
Get them out of here. Kill them.
But I think also
Kill
it was
them
a case
now.
of like, Gilliman's just like, hey guys,
Put Belisarius Call in the blender.
it's like, hey guys, I love what you've done with Fenris while I've been gone. Here's a chapter, and they're like, Jarl Gilliman, very cool. Yeah. They watch his ship fly off, and they're like, I don't give a shit. And then they just go.
They
back
should
to
have killed them
leading
all
the
like the
Legion.
Black Templars did.
Should we put the Red Corsairs next to the Astral Claws because it's the same thing?
Let's just not put.
Yeah, I
we
guess
just
you have to just
download
like
it
save
as
the
it is?
picture.
Save
Yeah,
it down.
yeah, okay.
Where
We've
are
done
those
it.
guys?
We've done
Wait,
it.
Who was
Holy
that?
frick.
Who was that last one?
Red Corsairs, they're in the wrong.
Oh, we
Yeah,
did
it's
it,
your
boys.
own.
We did it.
Holy
Yes.
cow. I'm going to go check on the potatoes that I have in water right now.
For
Isn't it
those who
beautiful?
are listening, we just rated all of the successor chapters. We will probably choose something much smaller as a list for the next one. Though. Oh my lord!
How are we feeling after that?
My
We-
Just a
brain
couple.
hurt.
For
Just a
those who are
couple.
listening, we accomplished something which we have put ourselves through that, and we try to explain a couple of the. There's a few standout ones that have some cool lore there. So I think some of them are pretty self-explanatory, which like Black Templars. We don't really need to discuss that. There's a few like I think particularly if you look on go back and see like A tier and some of the ones in B tier. There's some like nice, neat ones in there. I think particularly a shout out to Soul Drinkers and Kakaradons because they have they've got some decent novels behind those. So if anyone wants to like read up on more lore or have an army that looks kind of decent, give that a go.
Just a quick question. How many, just guesstimation? How many would you say were on that list?
Over 250.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
For
We made
comparison,
okay time.
I've looked up the list of all Elder Craft Worlds I could find. We're at there's I
12.
believe 23 items on this list.
Nice.
One of them
Wonderful.
is just Eldar. It's just the article for
The
Eldar. or
entire
whatever.
Eldar.
That's not a craft world. One of them it just says Craft World, and the other is a thing on the Craft World. So
good.
20.
Well, from Mr. Late again, TRY22. Thank you. Did you guys skip Relictors? I didn't see them. I guess
were
we
there.
did.
Is he trying to
I'm
make
not
you say
going
something?
back.
He went,
I'm
"No,
not
I'm
going
Also-
not
back. I'm not
Also,
going back.
the people saying Dragon Ball Z tier list, do not utter such black speech of Mordor here. Oh my gosh. 1,000
I
tier list
want to rank
episode?
all 5 million Super Saiyan forms.
If you put
All
Super Saiyan 4,
Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2. Super Saiyan 4 goes hard.
no, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. It's so wrong.
I've
Anyway,
seen-
Primal
I've seen any
Saiyan
of them.
form.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we
Should
do have
we
another
do
tier
the,
list to go through, I think.
We have one much briefer one.
Holy cow.
God.
This doesn't have 200 options. This has about 20-ish, and this is Skyrim followers. And I'm just going to, before we start, I'm putting up a new poll because the last one was very long. This poll is simply: have you heard of the Cloud District? So check out the chat for your.
Do you get to the
poll
Cloud
options.
District very often, my dudes?
There we go.
Oh, man. Of
He's
course.
not an elf. One of our first.
Oh, Butcher's Nazim, I pressed the wrong one. It's so over.
Oh no.
I don't know who Adele
neither do I.
that bitch.
I
Adelaide
think
Put her
Shaw.
she's
D. I
one
don't
of
know
the
who she is.
Imperial.
Like an
She's the Imperial you get from one of the taverns, probably.
She looks like a like a what they called Tamriel Knight. What are they called? The Romans. What are they called? She seems
The
to be wearing.
Imperials?
Yeah,
Imperials, that's the
people
one.
put in the comments what you've done to
She's
Nazim.
forgettable
Let's be
D.
honest.
Yeah.
Put what you've put Nazim through. And are you
Nazim is
Imperial
destined for the
or
Black
Stormcloak?
Soldier.
Imperial or Stormcloak?
There's only one right answer to that question.
Yeah, go on.
Oh yeah, there.
Ayla was the
Imperial.
most incredible thing 12-year-old Eli had ever seen. So. Yeah.
Amen.
He saw that war painting. He's like, something funny's going on with my body.
Oh my god.
Who's this
Who
for?
are you?
I don't know.
Someone
Put him in
Who
D.
is that?
Non
Looks like just
Dormian
Nord.
says Super Saiyan God is the goat. Nothing comes
Thank-
close. Ultra Instincts, brother. Ultra Instincts.
Thank you for the
You're fucking
$2.
You're both out of your mind.
Oh,
Attar?
Attar?
I don't know who that is.
Whom?
I'm
Wow, clearly
I
we don't play enough Skyrim.
feel like that guy might have been. I mean, he looks like he's in Whiterun behind him. So I don't
I
know.
like how
Maybe
you can figure that out just from bricks. How have you done this?
Anakeki.
Who are these people?
I don't know who that is. Oh, I know who this is.
Okay,
This
no,
is
Oh, yeah.
she
The, like,
is I think the
Big
dark.
Soul Gem thing. What's it called?
No, is that the
No?
dark elf who's actually at the farm? You know when you fight
Oh,
Alduin?
yeah.
She's near the
I
farm
believe-
underneath. Oh,
Huh.
was it something Grove or something? I don't know.
She's a priestess of Azura.
Oh, no, is she the
she's,
Azura?
No, she's in the Shrine of Azura quest.
Oh no, I'm thinking of a
Yeah, okay,
different one.
yeah, that's what I was trying
Give
to
her
say.
D
the
tier
Azura
because
thing.
you need to not take the Black Star to get her as a follower. and
Yeah,
I don't
cringe.
know why
The
you
Black
wouldn't
Star's
do
too
Yeah.
that.
awesome. Also from Tom Warren, $5. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Tom.
Erender is the best companion, and anyone who disagrees is wrong.
Oh, this
Oh,
guy.
Who's
okay.
that guy?
The dark
That guy?
elf guy.
Oh,
what do
no,
you
this
think
is
I
about
haven't
this
had him before.
Arenda
Actually,
is the
who
guy
it?
you get from the Daedric quest of the dreams. It's with
Oh, God, I don't remember, but it's in
Dawnstar.
yeah.
Don't
Oh
start.
yeah. I
And
remember
he's
with,
the
like,
one who was a
miasma and
previous
stuff, and-
he was a previous Daedra worshipper, and then he
Yeah,
now
okay.
worships Mara. And well, basically, honestly, I'd put him in A tier because honestly, every time I end up killing him, because then you can actually get the reward for the
staff or
quest. I
whatever?
don't prefer him as a companion.
If they didn't want us to do that, they would have locked off an achievement behind getting all the Daedric artifacts.
Yeah. True. All right,
Argus.
Argus. Don't know him.
I think he's one of the. Oh, he's the companion you can get from the tavern in Markarth. Nothing that
Oh.
special. He's a barbarian fighter.
It's the
nothing
guy
crazy.
who you pay for.
Quite frankly, I think all of the Mer should be in their own tier below
How do you spell Mer?
MER.
Oh,
It's
M-E-R.
crazy how Colin feels so differently about Skyrim elves compared to.
I think that
Because they're the
every
worst.
Elder Scrolls elf should have their balls exploded and their heads chopped off.
Oh man, what else are cool
Like
though? Aren't
that?
they? Or are they still
Yeah,
cringe and-
MER.
Mer.
No elves are cool in the Elder Scrolls.
And as far as slurs go, what does Mer mean? I can't remember.
It's not a slur.
just-
I think that's what they call them.
No, it's
Just,
just
yeah,
like
just
it's
what
like
they call them,
Altmer,
yeah.
Dunmer, Bosmer.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
elf.
Yeah,
Oh, just elves.
CJH.
Okay,
You put
let's put
Ayla
all
is
the
hot.
elves in there.
You know who you
Yeah,
are.
I'm upset because I lost my god soup, so I need to blow up the fucking world. God, I hate the Thalmor.
Anyway, Belleville.
She is from the it's the DLC with the Dawn Guard.
Mer.
Oh, I usually be a vampire. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
Bellrand.
Valerian. He's also another tavern one, I think. Again, D
Bellrand
tier.
It's kind of
Bellland.
goofy.
They're not looking very cross.
No,
His face is unpleasant to look at.
But then again, look at this guy.
Borga.
do you reckon kids nowadays are looking at Skyrim actually thinking like, "Wow, that game looks really old." It looked
Okay.
old when it came out.
You know what they're going to say now? They're going to say this. They're going to say, "Wow, I love retro games," and I'm going to feel a heart attack. coming.
Skyrim cannot be retro because it's going to be re-released until the heat death of the universe.
Yo, David
Very
Hawthorne
true.
with Teldrin Sero as S tier. When that comes up, brother, he knows what he's talking about. I'm going to rant about that. Brea,
Um,
Bray,
Breliana.
Brilliant. I can never say her name right. She was my first Skyrim playthrough, my first marriage
love.
in the first marriage in the game.
Nay, because you're
Hated.
married.
Wow, very sweet.
to-
I was a
This is
dark
your,
elf.
your first divorce as well. Wow.
Oh no,
How
I
old
actually.
were
Do you know what's really funny? In that playthrough, she died, like, and her corpse was just left in
Oh,
the
your
Winterhold
first
Gullet,
widow.
and I didn't know how it happened.
Well,
Oh
well
my
done,
gosh.
Hal. Your first widow at like 12. That's not bad.
This is so old. This
Wow.
is such an old version of Skyrim. It didn't have mods. Like it's just,
Yeah.
there was no modding. It was on like
His
the
modern-
PS3.
His mutton chops offend me.
Powder. We just put them in D.
Sure. Okay, this guy looks
Salam.
familiar.
And this guy's got kind of C tier. This guy, I know who he is. He's
with-
in the Dawn Guard. He's got kind of cool magic, but I didn't really know you could companion him. Okay,
Cicero's
Cicero's
S
S
tier.
tier.
S tier.
S tier.
Cicero.
Yeah, can he really be?
I know he's annoying.
Can he
but fine.
really be a companion?
I think if you
for
keep
more
him
than one
alive,
person?
Yeah,
like,
DJ
the-
Beast
If
says
you
that.
betray the rest of the Brotherhood and kill all of them, he's your.
Yeah.
He's really good as well.
DJ Beast says Hal's got to turn to necromancy. You know, damn right, I went up to that ritual shrine stone at the beginning, because then you can actually have that stack where you basically fast forward time and you can have an infinite.
There's more than
amount
just
of,
warrior
undead.
stone.
Oh, it's the necromancy stone that's near kind of Whiterun, and there's a glitch about if you
Yeah, Spiffing
Fast-
did a video where it's like,
Yeah, you can-
Well, you know what you can do as well. You can get that that crown that you make from the dwarven smithing quest.
the
and you can
ethereal
just
crown.
cast it. You can wait, and you can go cast, wait, cast, wait, cast, wait. you
Ah,
can have like an
yeah, of
army
course.
of people around you. You know, oh, this has made the game quite.
You know, damn well I tried that once because I fool myself every few years and I go, maybe I could do another Skyrim playthrough and I'll actually get close to finishing it. And I lie to myself every
You've
time.
never finished Skyrim?
No, I don't. I don't like. I never. I get to the point where I finish all the main stuff and I can start doing like mods and things. But then, I always get done with the main stuff and I get bored.
You know what I have a horrible habit for when I play Skyrim. I do everything in the game before I go to High Hrothgar and get the shout.
Yeah,
I'm
that's how
like,
it
I
is.
can't be bothered to go up the hill. I'll just do everything else in the game. Then Alduin's like, "Hello, everyone," and I'm like, "He's dead."
Yep.
Koznak.
I poop.
Don't know.
Another one of the tavern things.
Can we put these generic NPCs in D as
yeah,
well?
that's-
That
that's
one's
not-
boring.
Oh, just
Are there any
people
other
that do stuff.
NPCs? No.
I
Good.
doubt it.
Durkeithus.
He's one of the very
I
few
love
Argonians.
Hold on. Can I just make a new tier
Argonians.
quickly?
Argonians are already in their own tier.
Wait. No.
Is a
Yeah, they're S
problem.
tier, bro.
Wait.
Argonians are S
Argonians
tier.
are in the farm tool tier.
Oh my
Big Other
gosh.
was right.
Snack.
Wow.
Can we talk about how
Listen.
good the Dagoth memes like whole thing phrase was? That
It
was so
that was
enjoyable.
awesome.
Yeah.
That was so
Look,
awesome.
I love everyone in 40k. There should be no space racism. But when I'm talking about the Elder Scrolls, I am Talos's strongest racist.
Because he loves you.
He loves you.
Durak.
Another
Nice
Dawn Guard
ponytail,
guy.
bruh.
This guy is D tier though because he's generic. He doesn't really do much.
He's an orc.
That
She's
ponytail's
an
not doing
orc.
anything for him. Aola.
Cool. She's
Do
Is
you
she
guys
the
remember what
Huntress?
she's from? I
No.
do.
No.
She is
The
from
companions?
the Daedric quest of Nimira, I think. This is the one that's in Markarth. And she's one who you have to trick the priest of Mara, I think,
Oh yeah.
and you basically eat
Mhm.
him. And you get the
Oh.
Nimira
Oh.
ring. And then you can it gives you like I think 50 stamina or something like that. It gives you a bonus. And then you can eat
Dude, half
corpse.
half of Markarth is full of cannibals. There's like half of the named NPCs that
She's
Just
not that
I'm
strong.
hungry, gotta do what I
she is
gotta
C
do.
tier, I think. But she's not like that strong. She's only max level 25, I think.
Who the hell
Eric.
calls themselves
How do you
Eric
know
in
so much about
Skyrim?
Skyrim, Hal? Holy
Even with a
cow.
K.
Bro, I have
Stupid.
played. I know Skyrim. Literally,
Seriously?
I'm a little bit older than you, so this is like we didn't have anything else for a while. So.
Yeah.
put Faendal and Myrrh.
Yeah, Faendal is
Stupid
simp
dumb
tier.
face.
Freaking. Yeah.
he is in.
Stupid
To
romance.
be fair though,
Yeah.
he's the one of the few people you can get like you can kill him early on and
Far-
get a good bow.
Farkas is A tier, and hear me out. He would be S tier, but by taking Farkas over Ayla, you cannot take Ayla, and that's
Well, that is a
you know,
fair
Very
point.
true.
But then
Very
again, there
true.
is an old saying that I remember as a kid called "bros before hoes." I don't know.
I have something that will kind of ruin it for you boys. Do you know there's a whole thing about in the game code about why Aella can't be turned into a vampire? Because you can obviously turn some
Yeah.
spouses into vampire.
yeah, she's a werewolf.
It's because she's promised her. There's another werewolf guy who's the brother of Farkas who dies,
Mhm.
isn't he?
Oh
He's
yeah.
the bald one. The reason Aella won't turn into a vampire is because she still wants to basically turn to when she dies, she wants to go to her scene and be with the other guy. So therefore, she
Yeah.
doesn't actually give a crap about you.
Yeah,
It should
that's
have been
all right.
me.
You
I
can-
know.
can
So
still-
Ayala
you can still
actually would
marry her, so I'll just slide on
unironically,
in there.
Ayala unironically A tier, not S tier.
Freya.
Freya.
Who is Freya?
Man.
She
I don't have
is
companions very
She's not a
what's
Nord
the
lady.
the
from
DLC which is in
Dragonborn?
the Northern
DLC?
Island?
Yeah,
so
Dragonborn,
many-
Oh,
right?
that's Dawnguard.
no,
Yeah.
not Dawnguard,
Is
the
it?
other one.
Oh,
in Solstheim.
Dragonborn?
In Solstheim.
Solstheim. This is
Yeah,
the Dragon.
you go around with her and kill the little Reiklings and stuff.
Yes.
Go back to Morrowind and learn that the Dark Elves are just as racist as the Nords.
See?
Alright, who's next?
Goldear.
Goldear. I don't know
No
who that
idea.
is.
Don't know him.
Okay.
Gorbash.
looks.
I like
he
the
looks
name. Give me
cool.
He's one of the
Goldear.
few-
That's like a.
He's
Lord
the
of
guy who
the
helps.
Rings orc name.
He. I think you have to quest with him because he's letting you into the
The fuck
orc
is
tribe
Gregor?
things.
Good egg.
Oh,
I am
he is
Gregor.
a
What the heck? How?
thingy. No, he's not a special.
It's like-
He's another
Encyclopedia
tavern
knowledge.
thing. I'm pretty sure he's a tavern
Okay.
one.
Maybe you should start making some Elder Scrolls videos.
Yes.
I do. Well, to be fair, I learned one of the first things, like lore things I ever watched on YouTube was the Elder Scrolls Shoddycast videos of. That's the first lore content I ever saw was Shoddycast.
Yeah, I used to watch lore videos for it, but I haven't in a long time.
Ilya?
Maya, or is that Ilya? Ilya.
I'm drawing
I
a
don't
blank
know.
on this one. Don't know.
If Hal's drawing a blank, she cannot be above D
No.
tier.
Yeah.
That does not look like a Skyrim picture. That looks like a completely different game.
No, it is. This is the
Weird
right. It's
picture.
the. I don't
I know
know.
it is, but it just looks weird.
Ingard.
Inga,
Yes.
I don't know. Iona,
She looks
I've seen
familiar.
that NPC before, but it's unimportant as
She
hell.
looks snooty.
Janessa is the
Janessa,
dark
is
elf
she-
who's
Mer-
in Whiterun. She's
Yeah.
also she can train you in something like, or she's a thief as well. She's got
Mer-
right
Mm.
kind of C
Yeah,
tier
she
though.
would be.
Yordis.
Jordis. Who is that?
Jordis doesn't look like a. Oh, Jazargo S tier.
Jazargo
Jazargo
S
S
tier.
tier.
S tier.
Jazargo is great.
Jazargo.
Jazargo. Right.
He's the only one who can cast chain lightning, and
Yes.
he can get to.
Big
He can
man.
actually.
He's a good
He's the,
man.
one of the few NPCs who can actually get to level 100.
If
Oh,
Jazargo
cool.
was real, I would go to his place and I would say,
But
I
he
love
can still
you," and I
die.
would pet him.
He's
Jazargo.
no Mike the liar, but he's
Jazargo
yes.
wants you to like this stream, please.
Carjo.
Please like and
Carjo.
subscribe. For
Carjo
I
is
don't
one of
know him, but he's a
the.
cat. And that's
I'm pretty
fun.
sure he's one of the Khajiit. He's on the caravans.
Yeah,
isn't
he's
he?
one.
Can
if
we
you do a
put
quest
all
for
the
him.
Khajiit that aren't Jazargo in their own tier list?
No, this is so weird.
They're in the Mer tier list. Come on, we know it's right.
Yeah, Palinol did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, someone made it. I saw a great meme, which is
Oh my
like, what
gosh.
would they do if they chucked all of the
Cat.
who's is it Ozzy Osbourne's? Who's the Osbourne? Who's the daughter?
Sharon?
The-
Oh,
the- Kelly.
I don't know, man.
Kelly.
And someone made a remake of the meme of like, it's like Donald Trump, the toilets meme, and then someone went like, "Oh, what would you do if you got rid of
Skippity
all of the
toilet?
the Khajiit out of Skyrim?" Yeah, Donald Trump. And who would steal your moon sugar? It's like
Where you go? What?
it was
I
a
have
great
no idea
meme.
what he's doing.
It was a meme
That
that I
was-
saw.
You're gonna have to put those pieces together another time for
Yeah.
me, buddy.
We're gonna need a
Um,
diviner.
Lob. Another orc stronghold.
Lob has a great name. He's going an A tier.
Lob's gotta
Lob.
be-
Because anytime you're struggling, you lob him.
It's a British term when you want to
gosh.
throw something far, you
Yeah,
lob it.
lob.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know
that's-
that.
That's not a
Lydia.
Lydia's
Lydia?
Mer. Lydia's Mer tier. Come on. What?
No, put her
Get that street trash out of my game.
What's wrong with Lydia? What's wrong with Lydia?
For all the people who
Just look
married,
at her.
White Rum.
can we have a moment of silence for all the people who married Lydia because they didn't know they could marry someone else?
Oh,
no,
man.
we need to do something here.
I'd rather carry a wooden plank around. Like, what's the freaking difference?
You're gonna make a tier list for fucking Lydia.
Maybe.
Oh
my gosh.
I am sworn to carry your
Yes.
burdens.
People say Lydia's pack horse tier.
Yes, she is. Oh my gosh. Although I'd rather build a pony over freaking Lydia, that's for sure.
All right.
Oh.
Mercurio.
This was the
Scroll.
first companion I
name.
ever hired. He's in the tavern
Pretty
in Riften, and he's a mage, and he's all right. B for nostalgia. That's
Sorry.
it.
Next is
First time I ever reloaded a save in a game was
Mjol.
because he did.
Mjol,
Oh, Mjol is
S-tier.
S tier.
Mjol, my beloved.
Why?
Because you
No,
can.
Just look at
Mjol
her,
is
she's
A
cool.
tier because you marry her and her fucking simp comes with the living house.
I know.
But you get a cool axe. You get a cool axe from her quest.
I don't care. I don't want her. I don't want him in my house.
Thing is-
What's the name of his
Thing
sword?
is-
The sword again, guys.
Just don't marry her. Bro. I don't know, but
Thing
she's
is,
cool.
Anytime anyone mentions like you get cool gear in Skyrim, it's like there is an overabundance of gear, and you can make gear that's
Yeah.
better than anything you find. I find.
But
After an
Mjol's
hour
also
of
like
playing, you're like, I
DJ
don't
B said
need
he
anything.
sacrificed him to Boethius.
that's a good way to get rid of him. But Mjol's like the only nice person in all of Riften, basically, other than like the homeless lady.
Mjol also gives you, is it Grimm's Saber or Grim Saber?
That might be right.
The glass sword that has the unique enchantment.
Isn't
and
Riften the thieving place?
Who's this next one?
Mjol,
Yada,
like,
if-
but also Mjol can't die. That's one of the few
Well.
things as a companion she's really good at. She actually can't
Nyada,
die.
Nyalda.
Nyada deserves Lydia's here for wearing that stupid helmet.
Oh, she's one of the companions in
Companions,
Whiterun.
Fucking
Oh,
oh,
gold. B tier. B tier.
Oh my gosh, I
Sorry,
love
A tier
orcs.
with Lob.
Yeah, make sure you guys
Lobo.
like the stream and video for Ogle,
Lobogol.
please. If
Yeah.
you made it this far.
But no,
Can we
I'm
pull one out for
Gorbash is
Lobo?
going there. Lobogolobash. Onmund.
Don't know him.
Stupid.
He's one of the wizards in
Rallis.
Whiterun. No, wizards
Rallis is
in Winterhold.
This guy looking like Sting.
The fact that
Onmund
there
is-
are any
Mer-
dark elves above Mer.
Onmund is the human wizard in Winterhold. He's actually pretty decent.
Hold on.
Rhea.
Rhea.
Who's that?
Is this
I
the
like
lady who's missing in Whiterun and the guys are like, have you seen this lady?
No,
No,
that's
no.
I don't remember her name, but that's
And that
not
lady
her.
deserves everything she got, by the way.
Oh yeah.
I don't know who this is, but I've been liking the Talon Desert Raiders, and they're wearing the same garb. So
Rhea is one of the
Thumbs up, I guess.
companions, I think, in Whiterun you can marry.
In my time of
Rogi.
need, God, that's the
It's
what is
Rogi.
it?
Rogi, never heard of that.
Pierogi. Has
Looks
she got
like
an
a bro.
Elder Scroll on her back? Who's this?
Serana,
Sadia.
That's part of
S tier.
Serena, yeah.
S
Who is she?
tier.
Yeah, she gets S tier. She's the
Dude,
same
Oh yeah, Serana's
Why is
S
she
tier.
got
S
an
tier for
Elder
the same
Scroll
reason
here?
Ayla is.
Why
She's
does
the
she have an Elder
she's
Scroll?
the companion from
It's in the quest line.
Dawn
Yeah,
Guard.
you go
yeah.
find one.
Oh,
She's a vampire.
I don't remember that.
It's Sadia, by the way. I looked it up.
Ah.
I hope she's executed in the public square of
Yeah.
some Redguard city.
Stenvar.
Stenvar. I think I sacrificed
guy.
this guy to get that basic quest done. I just went to Whiterun and I was like, "You game?" He's like, "Yeah." I
Oh
was
my
like,
god, this is like the nobody who's in the tavern in
Yeah.
What's the one?
Windhelm. Is
Windhelm.
it? Windhelm.
And
yeah,
he's
where,
like in the
the
is it the
Stormcloaks are.
candle half something like that? And like remember, I've only ever interacted with this guy because of the sacrifice to Boethia thing.
Yeah, yeah, me too.
There's
yeah.
no other because he's the closest one you can walk there.
Exactly. Yeah.
Is
Sven.
Sven
Can we
is the
put
same
Sven
as
right above Feindal
Yeah,
and Lydia
Feindal.
tier? He's the simp.
Where's
Yeah,
Feindal?
on the
He's in-
bottom.
he's in
Feindal's
Mer.
on the very bottom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's that dude.
Oh,
you
he's
walk
that-
into
oh,
Riverwood.
that guy.
Yeah.
Screw that
No,
guy.
no,
yeah.
put him. No, he's not a Mer, so put him up. Put him in Lydia
Lydia
tier.
tier, yeah.
Talvas.
Mer.
I'm drawing a blank on this guy. I don't know if he's
Teldrin,
from.
Hold on, he's in the DLC.
Oh, S
He's
tier.
got a cool
S
helmet.
tier,
He's cool.
I
S
yeah.
tier.
literally started a playthrough last year, and I just went there by accident, and I found him, and I was like, "Oh my god, he's good. He can summon.
He looks.
He does fireballs. He has a cool sword. He's great."
This
And he's
guy's
always
a,
like, he's like, I went to an adventure here once, and he's got loads of stories. He's great. He's great. I love him.
Mm.
He looks
fat.
like someone from the Elder Scrolls cosplaying as the Fallout New Vegas Caesar's
I
Legion.
feel like he's got like a bit of Terry Pratchett in him, and that's why I love him. Teldrin's great. I'm
He's
putting
honestly one of the better
Uh,
companions
he's
just
a
because of
nerd,
his
but
combat
that's
he
abilities.
is, but
Mm.
he's Mimer, so
He's
don't you
cool.
start.
Erinda should not be an S tier, so it annoys me. So.
Torvar.
Torvar.
Is he? He's one of the
Companion.
thieves.
Guy.
Thieves Guild.
Oh, yeah, that's the aqueduct, isn't it? That's Thieves Gold, Torvar.
Ugor.
Ugor. We know exactly where that goes.
Ugor. Oh, this is the lion
Uthgerd.
lady.
She's the one in
You
plate
fight,
mail.
you fist fighter.
You
Yeah.
punch her in the tavern. She's like, "I
She's-
like you," and she joins you.
She's got quite the face.
I like
think
her.
I think she gets B tier
She's
because
tough.
she's
She's
the
great.
only one of those brawler companions that I actually remember.
I only remember her just because of every playthrough I've done. I immediately leave. What's the first starting area with where we get attacked? It's
Helgen?
River Run.
Helgen. I leave Helgen,
Helgen.
and I decide I want to do a heavy armor playthrough. So I hire her, take her out to the woods, and execute her.
Oh my god.
So I can get the plate mail.
Couldn't you just take it from her?
What? Steal it?
Buy it.
No,
No,
'cause you
but
don't have
you-
any.
can you just-
steel
Bro,
plate. It's
I'm
not
like level
expensive.
4, and I've
Is it
got
not in her
Kill
inventory?
like 2 bandit strongholds, and you
But
can
is
make
it not in?
for 10
Is it
No,
not in
because
her
the
inventory?
male
though?
the plate she has is a few levels above what you can already get, so that's the earliest you can get it.
It's
guy-
just
Get
any
transmute.
bandit
Go
stronghold.
north of of Whiterun, get the
Oh, yeah.
transmute thing, transmute iron into gold, and buy whatever you like. That's the way to play the game.
Just
Tom.
start making jewelry. Get smith
Bro,
into 5
or-
million instantly.
I'm on the run from
Oh,
the
gosh.
from
Oh,
the
my
I
gosh.
killed a giant next
Or-
with the companions.
What?
I
Or
walk
if
into
you're-
Whiterun, I go
that's
grab
gonna
the
be-
heavy plate mail,
Or
and
if
I'm
you're a
already
pro,
talking to the
Or
goddamn.
if you're a pro, you
Chief
teleport to
of
Dawnstar,
Whiterun.
you go to the invisible chest, take what you like, done. No
Oh,
problem.
boo, boo.
Boo, don't you boo
Oh.
me.
You guys don't
Um,
care about her. You're just
They have
lying.
Tom Warren for $5. Thank you, Tom. Sven is great because he's just some guy you make follow you for the whole game. Also, you can steal Camilla from him.
You can.
That
You
is
get the
very
golden
funny.
claw back, and I think she becomes eligible for
Yeah,
marriage.
every time it's like, oh, you return the golden claw. It's like, thank you. It's like, cool, yeah. My
You can
Valdemir?
cuck Sven and a Mer.
I don't
It's
remember
not-
Valdemir.
Voldemar.
Don't know him.
Oh, Vilcus is A tier.
Oh, I hate
I'd
this
say.
guy.
He's
I hate
cool.
this guy.
I think he's A
His-
tier at least. He's
I
not. He's
hate
still
him.
got good lines.
I'll
He's
tell
not
you,
companion.
character.
because here's the thing.
Who is
His
he?
first interaction was like, "Oh, hello there. Clean my sword." It's like, "Clean your own sword, you git."
He does
Oh,
call
yeah,
you.
he's
He
like,
calls you a
"Go-
weakling.
Yeah.
Go
just do
fetch
that
my
guy.
sword from the
Go get my
Sky
sword, and the
Forge.
blacksmith is like, "He's a bit of a dick." And I was like, "Yeah, he is."
It's
Yeah,
funny
I like
starting
that.
the companion's quest like level 60, and then he calls you a weakling. You're like,
Yeah, and like he's like, "Fight me," and I just go like, "It's like, oh, you're not that
Yeah.
great." It's like, I was holding back.
I
Vorstag.
like going through the
Yeah.
final companion's quest as a mage because I like to imagine that all of them are just sitting there watching their greatest champion throw fireballs around.
Yeah.
I mean, the greatest thing in the game is becoming the Archmage of Winterhold, and you basically know no magic.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. The
And there's
magic
one
is such a
bit where the guy's like,
disappointing
"We're gonna learn some magic," and you do that.
Soon
once.
has your back. The guy who guards the Dragon Bridge in Salmagard, he's like, yeah, I wish more of those
Yeah.
Nords would still remember magic's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Vorstag,
Vorstag.
never heard of this guy.
some guy.
Cool. I guess that's that.
There we go. Well,
I think we have-
that was easy.
Remember, kill Mer, behead Mer, kill all Mer, burn down Mer orphanages. I hate Mer. Elves in the Elder Scrolls deserve to die. The only good one is Naranya, and that's because she admits she's in Windhelm for war profiteering, and I can respect the hustle.
Nice.
I mean, we should also mention that the Mer are currently destroying. There are certain buildings, I think, all across Tamriel,
The
which
towers.
the towers that hold the world together, and the Mer are trying to
Mm.
destroy them because they think they'll turn back into the old versions of themselves, and
They
they'll
want their
basically kill
stupid
everyone.
god soup back.
They'll basically turn into soup, and
I think
Jeez.
the last few are going to have problems because I think one of the towers is a meeting that already happened.
yeah, so it's just
Some of them are weird.
oh god no. Oh man, I
At
wish
least
we.
one of them is also.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Say at least another tower I think is the new Medium. So good luck destroying that because it's just a warlord titan.
Hmm.
I would love to do a Tamriel like tier list thing though. That because I Skyrim was like my. I think I've played Skyrim for probably 500 hours at least, which is not crazy because like if you've done like if anyone here has ever played League of Legends or other
Yeah,
games,
I have
Yeah.
2,000 hours in Dota 2.
yeah, like it's not even the same
scumbag I
thing.
am.
But in terms of just
Oh,
playing
man.
Skyrim, I think I've done probably like 7 or 8 playthroughs.
Well, I remember
I have,
when
like-
when I was a
Those are good.
teenager, Oblivion came out on the Xbox 360, and I remember it was summer holidays, and everyone was like, "Oh, did you have a good summer holidays?" And he's like, "Yeah, what did you do?" I was like, "I played Oblivion." They're like, "Did you do anything else?" I'm like,
Nice.
"No." I spent, like 300 hours playing Oblivion. It was great. I'm like, "Oh."
I've probably played like 500 hours in total throughout lifetime, but I don't know nearly as much as you do, Hal.
Yeah, I've probably done that, and I don't know most of the characters. I didn't even remember if Nazim was an elf. I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's that guy."
An
Yes.
elf, really?
Yeah.
I thought he was just a
No,
dude.
he's not. He's a red
Okay,
guard.
he is just a dude. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, this
He
is how
deserves death.
I just started YouTube because I found out a weird sort of reservoir of just general like lore knowledge, like quite a lot of like fantasy universes and science fiction ones. I kind of have had an interest in. Like Warhammer's my favorite by far, but it's not the only one I've had a passing interest in. And God, a biggest Skyrim because like Skyrim came out 2011, and I was still in school, so I remember that coming out and being like,
I
"Oh
was in,
god,
Oh,
it's a
big
big
I think
time."
I was in 8th grade. When did
I think I was
12.
I was
no,
in
I wasn't.
8th.
No, I wasn't.
I
Even
was at university, so it was great. It was perfect time. I was like, oh, I don't have to do work anyway, and I don't have a
So I
job.
got it when I was.
Guys.
And
13,
Eli
so
wasn't
I
even
think
born
that would've
yet, so it was a
been
Oh,
Um,
man.
is ready for the last tier list? This is like the
Do we
sort
have
of
another
quick.
one?
We have one like smaller one to sort of finish it out with.
Oh.
Probably some arguments on here because I'm actually going to not let some of these go. if
Although,
it's
did
not-
we enjoy the briskness in comparison?
Yes. Oh my god.
yeah.
I made that tier list, but you know,
Oh,
if
nice.
you want me
Oh.
to make another one, I'll make another one, and
Mm.
that'll be just as long. We'll see how it goes.
Please.
Oh, DJB
don't.
says he's got 800 hours in Skyrim and then Oblivion. And 400 in Oblivion, then like 12 in Morrowind. I feel like I was a
No
bit.
fear.
Morrowind was a bit before my time. I think people who said when it came out, I obviously because you don't really care about graphics when a game comes out, and when Morrowind dropped, everyone was like, "This thing slaps hard. Nothing quite hits." Like
Morrowind's
that.
gameplay sucks.
I've
Yeah.
tried Morrowind and I
Jeez.
can't get into it. It's like one of those games where it's so.
It's too old. We're too old for it now.
It's
I mean,
it's
I've played old games, but like some games, they're old and they're unintuitive, and you go into them and you're like even Deus Ex. I've tried to play Deus Ex, the original, and I'm like, I really want to like this game. I really want to get into it, but I'm like, it's so clunky. I just can't quite get. Whereas some games you go back to, and you're like, this is a joy to play, no matter how old it is, and other games, it feels like work, you know, which is a shame. Yeah, sorry, I cut you off.
I love Morrowind. I just hate playing it.
Jeez.
Do you reckon, but just before we go, the next Elder Scrolls game, do you reckon the combat will be exactly the same, pretty much?
Probably. They've been using the same game engine for like 30 years.
I know. Oh, pain.
Oh, I did not know.
Oh, so the
Age of
next
Sigmar.
tier list here, Colin, I believe this
hell
is
yeah.
Age of Sigmar factions.
All right.
Huh.
Let's
Speed.
just let's start off strong. Skaven S.
There's Skaven.
Yeah.
We should justify why we've made that choice, though.
Justify why? Because they're the exact same Skaven from Warhammer Fantasy.
Skaven
and
are
they
the
were already
middle
perfect
bottom.
there.
Next is-
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah. They're great. They're awful. They're horrible. They're evil. They're the worst things in the setting morally, and I love them for it. They're
But
perfect.
are Skaven in Age of Sigmar S tier, though?
They're the same exact
Yeah,
thing.
they're the same thing.
They are
Yeah.
still the Skaven we know and love. Thankful is still around on Bone Ripper 1 million, whatever he's up to by this point.
Guys, we've had a donation from Non-Dormient for $5 saying,
Thank you.
love Argonians, protect Argonians, kiss Argonians on the snout, sneak up behind Argonians and give them a hug, liberate Argonians. Have you been reading
I
the Lusty
concur.
Argonian?
Yes,
Technology
I think the
Mesa?
only thing that Dunmer did right was enslaving Argonians.
Oh my word!
Trying desperately not to get demonetized for certain phrases.
None of these people, none of them are real.
They are lizard people.
I just
Oh,
want
man.
to pet my Eek's whiskers. That's all I want to
Ah.
do.
All right.
Next,
I'm willing
Beasts of
to.
Chaos?
Beastmen?
Beasts
Like
of Chaos.
three?
Beastmen have
I've-
always
Beasts?
been.
See,
Oh,
they're the same from Warhammer Fantasy, but they're beastmen, so that's not a good.
Yeah.
That's not a good.
Do they
thing.
ever win anything?
C tier.
I mean, Morgar's a minor chaos god now.
oh.
That's
cool. I
something.
guess. Blades of Corn. We know where Colin wants to put that.
Corn,
Yeah, I'll let everyone else decide this vote because otherwise,
I'll
it's
put that
easy
in
enough.
Corn. They can go B tier
D.
for me.
I think D. Honestly.
I will say,
Alright.
whatever I would put the demons in 40k, it's all +1 on the rank in Age of Sigmar because they're their
Fair.
actual own kitted out armies and not
yeah.
demon slop that's missing half of things they
How
should
they've
have.
done A, B, C, D, F. Sorry, I'm just going to do some admin. This annoys me. They missed E, so I'm going to fix that.
He's
I don't
never
think
on
we
the
usually
tier
have.
list.
Yeah, we never have E's here
What? Why not?
because it's like the ranking system for school.
But E's.
There's no E. There's no E grade.
Andy,
brother.
have you ever gotten an E?
Yeah, I got an E for IT once.
We have. We do
You're
actually
making
have
that up.
E's in
I'm
the
not
UK.
making it up. That's
I
how
guess
letters
that's
work.
right.
It's
Systems are
alphabetized.
Okay, get
You
You
out
know
of
what's funny? We didn't actually.
Ghosts.
Some people don't even have A, B, C, D. They have like different things. It's like a 1-2
Mhm.
system.
Yeah.
One, two,
Ozark
three,
Bone
four.
Reapers, S tier.
Sure.
Bony
They go
bones.
Do you want to
So
explain
hard.
what they are for people who the
They are
uninitiated?
the Bone Marines to the Stormcast Ground Marines. They're Nagash's like elite forces. Their models are so cool. I love them. Their whole thing is they want the bone tax because they make new warriors out of the bones they harvest. Sometimes, some of them are nice. Some of them are like, hey, just let us just pilfer your graveyards and then we'll be on our way. Some of them meet the bone tax by killing people and taking their bones. They're really cool. Arkan is kind of like their head. I mean, aside from Nagash, but that doesn't count because Nagash is automatically the head of all the death factions. They're really cool. I like their lore. I like their models a lot. I got their big box for Christmas. It's cool.
Oh, nice.
Also, Vindication DJ Beast in the comments said, bruh, I had an E grade in French, which my mum taught. Thank you, DJ Beast. DJ Beast is our best fan, so I am vindicated. So, yes, E is
if your mum taught that, how are you going to live? How'd you live with that after?
Where's your source, bruh? My mum. There we go.
Cities of Sigmar took away the Empire from me. They don't deserve anything.
They just get a cool release though recently.
Don't put them in E, dude.
I'm trying to gauge your
so
outrage.
Cool.
It's hard.
They took away Dark Elves and they took away Empire from me. I just can't.
There's still some Dark Elves. They took away the High Elves.
The Dark Elves are in Cities of Sigmar.
Yeah, well, the High Elves used to be in Cities of Sigmar, and now none of their models are. So I'm getting it worse.
C tier, sure they're better than Beastmen. Sure.
Yeah, but the Lumineth are cool.
C tier.
Yeah.
Okay.
C tier because Karl Franz is one of the models.
Daughters of Cain are
Marathi.
My dear,
Marathi.
Here we go. Go on.
Why couldn't they have just made Dark Elf faction? Why do they have to make the
Marathi?
sub faction into the actual faction? I still don't get it.
Okay. Is that just because of
A tier for
wearing
feet, I guess.
He's not even justifying it. He's just saying. Over and
I don't need to justify it.
That was the justification.
Right.
She seems like the kind of person I wouldn't like to take home to my mum and dad and say, "Hey, I met this lady."
Well, you might be wearing
you've got the wrong attitude, Andy. You're trying to go, I can fix her. She can make me worse.
No. I'm not saying I can fix her. I'm saying I want to avoid her because my credit limit will suffer. I don't want this.
The snake models are cool. Zinch is
right in the middle.
For me,
B tier.
He's just
B. It's just B.
B.
Flesh Eater
Changeling goes
Course
hard.
for me are A, even S tier because they're really cool.
Flesh Eater Course all of the death ones are A or S tier.
Yeah. Let's put Flesh Eaters in S tier because they just got all the cool new models.
Yeah, Usharan's model is so.
Is Usharan a riff off of Ushatan from Warhammer Fantasy, or is it Usharan?
Usharan was from Warhammer Fantasy.
Was this? It's the same one.
I don't know who Ushatan is.
Ushatan is a Thunder Warrior.
Oh, who am I thinking? Am I mixing them up?
Ushatan is
Ushatan. I only get
Warriors.
that. Yeah.
Oh, I might mix them up.
Ushoran was always in
Ushoran.
Warhammer. He was like the sire of the Ghoul bloodline.
Isn't he the brother of what's her name? The other vampire who's
Neferata.
Yeah, he's the brother.
I think he might be.
I think he's the younger brother, but then it's like there's like a thing with like Morcaine and things like that. Flesh Eater Court, their models are pretty cool. What's their whole shtick? They don't.
They think they're like valiant knights crusading around the realms, but it's a delusion that they all share. They're really just ghouls. So like they'll see themselves as like a brave knight riding the most glorious griffin. They're really an undead, like not quite undead, but
so they can't see that
cannibal. Yeah, and anytime one of them breaks out, like all of what they've done comes crashing onto them. They're like, I've actually been a horrible person, and then they kind of just go back to being insane.
Oh, that's a shame.
A tier.
Sure.
A tier.
Sure.
But they're not good, but they're awesome.
Yeah.
Who's this?
Flesh Eater
Court.
Court.
Okay.
Fire Slayers are one of the greatest tragedies of our time.
What?
F for
They're
Fire
so
Slayer.
They're one of them is cool looking, Andy, but after 30 of the same guy over and over again, it gets less cool.
Yeah, I guess.
Slayers are an awesome part of Warhammer Fantasy Dwarf lore. Them as their own army is an endless tide of naked redheads.
Gloomspike Gits are funny. They got a moons and stuff, right?
They do.
Like,
To where?
They're gobbles, I guess.
They're funny. They're funny. They're
To be or
goblins.
not to be a goofball.
They are a bit
Hedonists.
Hedonites, they have Sigvald, S for Sigvald, Assless Chaps, yes please.
weird.
I mean, they're up there. They've got Sigvald. They've got the twins.
Where's the horny hammer?
They have the harp model. Oh my gosh,
They
it's
do.
so cool.
That model is
They have,
disgusting,
like,
but in a
and
good
the
way.
big giant guy on the chair. They have like some of the best models in Sigmar, in my opinion.
Fat guy is my beloved. I think his
And
name is
the-
just like glucose or something.
The Slan Gores are really cool too. Put them up in S tier, Andy.
Okay. Hal, is
Very
this
good.
am I allowed?
It is. It is. It's allowed.
Okay. I
Their
need
models
an
are very
adult.
cool as well. to
I
be
don't
fair.
know what I'm doing in this tier list.
Oh,
Eiseneth,
S tier.
S tier.
Eiseneth.
S tier every time.
Sea
turtle.
sea
Shrimp
elves.
elves.
Yep, so
Huge
freaking cool looking.
Shrimp elves?
mama
Put 'em-
turtle.
I don't know
Put 'em
anything
above.
about them.
Yeah.
Crustacean Eldar.
For people who are listening, the Eiseneth are kind of like broken elves that were made. Not really accidentally, but Teclis's first scrap at making elves, and then they eventually like ran
He
away from
goofed.
him. A lot of them don't have like full souls, and they're like sort of
Hmm.
broken. They had to steal souls from even order factions, and they
Hmm.
use sea creatures and stuff, and they're pretty cool. They're kind of like a gray area in terms of that they'll fight against chaos as in the great enemy, but they're not. That's like it's like the friend of my. My friend of my was it the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Enemy of
friend.
my enemy is my friend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Caradons. Is that how you say it?
Caradon.
Caradon
They have cool
Caradon
models.
overlords.
Steampunk
Uh,
dwarfs.
B tier.
They're
Dwarf.
they're better than
The
Votan.
leagues. Yeah. They're
But
good. I think
yeah.
the biggest problem they have, they could use some more models. I think there's only like 16 options on their web store, and like
Yeah.
one of them is the Codex and one is Terrain.
Oh.
I would also appreciate just normal dwarves. That would be really nice.
Grumni
That's
is
too much to ask for.
reassembling the Dispossessed. We're gonna get them.
Nice.
Oh,
Legion of
Legions
Nagash.
of Nagash. F tier because it's not an army anymore.
Oh.
Rip.
they got broken.
Ogres get
apart.
A tier from me. I like the
Oh, yeah.
ogres. They're cool, and they have
Look at this
some
big
cool
tum tum.
models.
That's a big
Although
tum-tum.
they are missing a fair bit from the old line, I think. But whatever.
Big tum tum.
Rest in peace, Greasus.
Look at that big
Yeah.
buckle.
He's a big
They're
man.
big.
What- they
They're
have
fat.
the-
They like to eat. Some of them have the Everwinter they're running from.
Do they?
Oh,
Why do they
it's
have the plate shield again? The
'Cause
chest
Because
shield?
guts,
getting your belly
'cause-
cut is like the worst dishonor you
Because
could
then you
ever
can't
have
eat
in
no
a-
more.
as an
Yeah,
ogre.
it's also like the gut is like a sacred body part, so they got to keep
Yeah.
it safe.
These guys knew well ahead of time about the gut microbiome, and I respect them for that.
They're well aware. Maggotkin.
Nergly Burglies.
B tier
I've never
because they
been a
have a
Nurgle
whole
guy.
bunch of cool models that 40K
That is
doesn't, but a
true.
lot of their models are aging. Maybe not even
Yeah,
aging; they
yes.
just look like toys. And yes, I'm aware that's what the minis are. But like, I mean, like those toys you can get at Walmart where you can like the
Yeah.
shoulder joint is like popping out of the arm.
Yeah. They're not toys, Mom.
Do they have that new one with like the Horseman of the Apocalypse one?
The
The
Glotkin.
It's the guy who's like a melting, rotting thing on a horse. He looks really good.
don't
They
know.
might. Night Haunt.
Skelly
B tier.
boys.
They have cool models.
Oh, Nighthorn. Now this is actually
Again,
this army looks so good that my friend who doesn't know a thing about Fantasy or Age of Sigmar actually bought a whole combat
Hmm.
patrol style thing of them.
they look cool, but it's like I feel like they shouldn't be a sub faction. Which is,
I mean,
don't
I've
know.
got to be
I
honest. I was
could-
looking at as someone who knows nothing about Age of Sigmar. I was like, undead, treading the
Yeah.
line of undead, and
Well,
then
again, they could have just
undead
kept regular
here,
vampire counts.
And it's like vampire. It's like there's a lot of like these
Oh,
seem
wait,
like
can you-
kind of generic when complete. Like, look at this bony boy, cool. Look at this.
Can you scroll down a bit again, Andy?
Yeah.
To like the list. They don't have the Soulblight Gravelords on here.
No.
Might be
sucks.
old. Might be old.
Yeah,
This one.
more dead things. Orc War Clans, they got that cabbage head guy.
Cabbage head.
That's every.
Their models are neat. I don't
The
know,
fact
they're-
that
they're
Grimgore
B
Ironhide
tier,
is
yeah,
not
right? Yeah, true. That's very
That's
sad.
true.
is a massive loss
B tier
to
is
us.
fine, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, here we go,
Shiny
Lumineth.
bastard.
Wait,
S
I'm
tier.
not gonna.
S
I'm not
tier.
gonna. Try to
No,
argue
no,
with Colin on
honestly, it's
this.
not
Come
S
on,
tier
come
though.
on.
I think some of their models
Their
are really
models go
goofy.
so
Personally,
hard.
I don't know.
I think some of them look
someone
silly.
who doesn't know what I'm talking about, I think this is cooler. Look at that belly.
I
Like,
Good
will
man.
accept.
I like the warm
That.
thing.
The
And
helmets
also
are so
99,
dumb.
Considering how much you were like Marathi, it's like, yeah, you can't You can't then top
The
that,
helmets
surely.
are so
Fine.
dumb. I can't
They're
believe
not.
it.
They go
Yeah.
hard.
They don't. It looks like a
Yes, they
helmet on a
do.
helmet.
I mean,
Yeah,
I've
I
heard
think
of
it looks dumb
deer in
too.
the headlights.
Thank you,
but,
Melted Phoenix, for the $3.
Thank you,
Bone
Bone
But
Boys.
it's
Boys.
so Warhammer.
If it's not
I
like
think
it's
it's
not
silly.
like to the point of caricature, it's just a dark. Like it has to be even larger than that to be.
High elves
Cool.
look so much better.
Have you seen Teclis's helmet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 3 helmets.
All right, guys.
I mean, that's cool.
Chat, we're just going to say it now. We're going to have a helmet tier list in the future, and we're going to find all the
that'd be
best
good.
helmets, and we'll have a real debate about best
Helmet
helmets.
tier
Stockpile Colin
list.
time.
Get
right.
Lord Croak, S tier box.
Yeah.
Seraphon's pretty
They,
cool.
they got some freaking
The
cool
models-
They
models.
got,
Can we get
they
a
got
Bock and
almost
Stone
their
in chat,
whole
please?
range reworked. They look great.
Yep.
You know, put
Yeah,
those
cool.
Lumineth realm nodes at the top of A, just as a I concede that.
Can't put it above
Alright, I can
Marathi
do-
because of all the noise Colin made.
Yeah, that's true.
Slaves to
Slaves to
Darkness.
Darkness, S.
It's chaos, yeah.
You say
It's
F?
chaos. If
Did you say
what they're
F or
called- no
S?
S.
He said S.
S.
I thought you said
tier.
F, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
Slaves to Darkness go hard, man.
Those
Yeah,
models
cool.
are
And-
are seriously so cool. Oh my god.
They're like
Yeah, Archaon is
uh,
awesome.
chaos, but cool. Stormcast, I give them a comfortable A.
B.
Yeah, sure.
We got a donation, fellas. Just get
Thank
that
you,
in.
Melted Phoenix.
Thank you, Melted Phoenix. He says, put the Lumineth in A for A elves. Oh god.
We got them up there. Don't worry.
Elves.
They're in A.
For people who are wondering about that, they're called A elves in Age of Sigmar because GW wanted to copyright basically everything.
Copyright. Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
so
That's why
they've
they're
invented
duarded.
they've invented their own term for things in universe. They can copyright them. Oh, so
Yeah.
bad.
Stormcast are fine.
B tier because it's honestly
They-
like it's not as groundbreaking as it was.
Yeah,
Very
they
much
have cool
a,
models.
it was very much
but-
to copy a Space Marine. I actually would have been
Yeah, it
okay with
was.
it if it wasn't the gold and blue, because then you know it wasn't such a
Mm.
massive rip off.
They're like,
There
like this,
are
but
a
I
bunch of
love
alternate color
gold.
schemes that go hard.
Yeah.
I know
I
that they
really like
do.
the black color scheme.
But if someone's looking at like a poster of like Warhammer and they see like the Sigma Marine on the left and then an actual Space Marine, they just think they're the
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah,
mean,
it
the
was,
only-
it was
Wait,
their
wait.
excuse to sell Space Marines in Warhammer Fantasy.
The only thing I would
It
say,
was.
as someone who's like slightly dipped my toe into like Age of Sigmar and seen what's about, like, gotta admit they're pretty generic. When like you're looking at the faction overall, you're like, that guy wears gold and blue, that guy wears gold and blue, that one's wearing a.
I will
helmet,
say the
mask,
other color schemes you can do, even if you do like a less shiny gold, it looks so much better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And Andy, put it in C tier right next to the Cities of Sigmar, and tell me which one. Tell me which
Oh
one
my
out of
gosh.
those two you prefer.
This
You
one.
guys.
This
Yeah, that
one.
guy.
Yeah,
He's
like
got
you.
a nice
Honestly,
blue
the guy on the right
animation.
looks so much
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
It's because he's an
Put
Empire
him in B
Greatswordsman.
tier.
Yeah, the
He's their B
Landsknecht.
tier. They're the face of
Landsknecht?
the hobby, so.
No,
Alright.
honestly, Stormcasters, I
Just
I
keep it-
despise them. They're so.
Look,
boring.
I will admit that part of my bias is because, as I've said before, they have golden face mask, and anything with that in its design, it's an automatic fucking
Yeah.
100 for me.
Mm.
But they're cool. Their lore's I
Balthazar
like their
Gelt.
lore a lot. Gelt is back. I don't know. I don't know what to say other than I just like their lore. I get, the design could be a bit. No, you know what? Fuck it. I like them a
I
lot.
think
It's,
fine.
it's getting better. They've made them more unique and like slimmer and taller in a way, which I enjoy.
All right, lads, we've got Sly
Oh,
Varnish.
The Beetle's pretty cool.
Sylvaneth.
I prefer the old Wood Elf aesthetic a lot more, but they have cool models.
They do.
I do. I'd say B.
Top
I
of low
I
A.
think-
I'd argue low A because I do think they,
Yeah,
in the
guess.
current
Yeah.
range, they do stand out
Very range
quite a
is
bit.
slightly-
Yeah.
They've got a lot of cool stuff.
I don't like that they're all like spirit-y things instead of just wood elves, personally. but
I imagine
don't
they
know
might
the
get
lore,
like,
so-
the wood elf, like a proper wood elf. Isn't there a faction, like a sub faction in Age of Sigmar where like they're actually wood elves, but they're like kind of not joined to anyone in a way.
They're in Cities of Sigmar, I believe.
Oh,
Yeah, of course they
oh,
are.
never mind.
Oh my gosh.
Absolute pain.
We're all happy with those.
Molding.
We
Yeah, we
are.
sped through those two. Good work, fellas.
Yes, I think we just spent an hour and a half on the
Yeah.
getting
There
through.
are 200
That
of
was
them.
Yeah, we
Couple
did
of hundred
2.5
of them.
hours stream.
For
That
our
was one of
suffering,
longer
please
ones.
like this video because we put ourselves through that. And you for listening, thank you very much.
Yes.
I will say though, to be fair, most of the successor chapter things, I wish like particularly in gate like tabletop now, as we're recording it, it's 10th edition, kind of still early days, and the only way to like make it more unique to play this game is through like characters, and that allows you to play like sub factions or successor chapters. You play like Pedro Cantor or like Black Templar stuff like Grimaldus and Helbrecht.
Yep.
They need to get some of these like chapter masters or like unique characters of other factions out.
Yeah.
It's just a shame whenever we see like obviously the primogenitor chapters and some of the second ones like the Black Templars get a lot of stuff, and it's like, could we just like I love like when we mentioned about the Iron Snake's got a couple of chapter books. That was cool. Flesh Terror's got a bit of stuff, but they're more in the mainstream. It's nice when you occasionally see like, oh look, it's the Emperor's Spears. That's cool. Oh no, the Mentors. That's pretty cool. And just add some light onto some of these desperately in need of more than a sentence chapters. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
And there's so much they could be picking on. But I guess from their perspective, it's like, well, we could do that. Or we could do another Blood Angels thing, and people know what Blood Angels are. This is the trouble. That's why I'm going to be writing an Iron Lords book, and you'll all buy it, and I'll be happy. There we go.
I think DJ B's put again epic rap battles tier list. Listen, okay, we are gonna do an epic rap battles tier list. We're probably gonna save it for a special occasion though, because that's
until then.
we can't drop that big money epic rap battles tier list like that easily though. We had to save it for like a big event or like
That'll be its whole stream.
or a big guest or something. It has to be its own thing for
because it's definitely gonna happen for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely gonna happen.
I hate it here. I hate it.
I know, but people keep putting your suggestions for tier list or topics you want us to cover, because we are honestly on the case and we're getting to them. And it's gonna be God, it's gonna be a bit of a mess.
And I mean, I made this one with the successor chapters, so if you have ideas,
thank you, Andy.
Even if we can't make them, if we can't find them, we can make them. Like if you want to see us rate the best helmets in Warhammer, we can make them.
Best Warhammers in Warhammer.
Yeah.
We will do a Glorb tier list someday.
Yeah.
That's my dream. SpongeBob, anything, honestly.
I'll make one for you, Eli, I promise.
I think
Thank you.
with that being said, though, I think we've gone quite far. I think 2 hours and 30 minutes into the stream.
Seriously.
So we'll probably have to call it there, boys. Again, any topics and stuff you want us to cover, we're happy to. Is there anything else anyone wants to add to that? As more Skyrim companion things.
I hate Lydia. I don't know.
No, I got my Mer hatred out of the way. I'm good.
Well, there you have
There's
it.
a resurrection spell in Skyrim, so I could replay the sacrifice to Boethia multiple times with Lydia. That's it.
Oh my god.
That's all.
With that being said, though, that was the Successor Chapters ranked Skyrim companions and Age of Sigmar factions. We'll be back again with more stuff next week and the week after. Got some cool things coming. And thank you guys for watching and listening. Make sure to like and subscribe. Peace.
Have
I
a good
love
rest
you.
and a good
Goodbye,
night,
everyone.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.